Well, good afternoon, friends and Eagle fans and Commander fans. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Often imitated, but not really anywhere close, but definitely the most hated man on the YouTube here. I don't know why. I try and be a nice guy to everybody, but for some reason, I just attract all of the haters out here. But that's okay, because I'm going to keep doing what I do. Now, it is crazy. I literally just got here 5 minutes ago. Look, I still got joint compound on my hands and stuff, so I may be a little bit behind on what is happening in the NFL. So I'm relying on you all. The link is there, Holly. It's there now. I literally put it up 4 minutes ago because you know how I can tell you the link is there? Because we have the one, the only, Momo is in town. What's up, Momo?
Oh, hey, what's going on, everybody? And what's up, Mark? How you feeling? How you doing?
I'm feeling, actually, you know what? I've been telling people about this Hinge app. And I've been doing work and stuff with this Hinge app. And it's like 10 minutes a day. And doing more work on my knee. And my knee is actually a lot less pain. And I've got more of a range of motion on it than I've had in quite a while. And I have to see, I've been sidestepping myself down the steps because my knee is always jacked up. But I have to remind myself to stop going down sideways so I get more mobility out of it. But it's actually feeling pretty good. I just have so much stuff that's going on between the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, the wedding's off and shit, and you know all the rumors of what the Cowboys might do and everything else. It's just getting crazy out here. It's hard out here for a pimp.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So let's get. I don't know. I was on my channel and I said something, and I don't think Cowboy fans should be thankful that they didn't get Crosby, but some people still think I should have got. I've never believed, Mark, that the Eagles or the Cowboys was close to signing him at all. I think that's just what they put out there, rumors. Let's give to this person. He's respected. Let's put him out there.
Oh, no, wait. No, the Cowboys definitely offered.
Nah, I don't believe that.
Well, you can believe. You feel free to believe whatever they want you.
It's all
you the same guy. You the same guy that believed that the Commanders were going to go 7-0. So you know.
Okay.
You ain't got that much credibility in what's believable.
Here's my thing, Mark, about these rooms. They put things out there to make you get the fanfare when everybody anything done with dollars, they're gonna put it out there. If Jerry Jones really wanted him as much as the media and everybody and these so-called rumors say, he would have got
Okay,
it.
you know what? There's a lot of things that I want, but I realize that's too much damn money. So, and I'm gonna tell you, let me give you an example. This microphone. There's nothing wrong with this microphone. At home, I have one Electro Voice microphone, Electro Voice R320. It's a $300 microphone. Okay,
Right.
300, and it sounds the sound on this is crisper, it's cleaner, and everything else, and it looks pretty too because you see all the talking heads and stuff on it. But I only have that one that's there. Now I keep looking at that and I'm saying, I want to get that. I'm gonna get that. But then I start looking, I say that's $300. And if I get the holder for it, that's another $120. That's like $420. That's a little more than I want to spend. So, yeah, the Cowboys, you can't tell me that they didn't want to get him. Momo looking the part. Okay. Chris Rock says you're looking the part. So you can't say that the Cowboys didn't want to get him, but at some points you say that's just too much.
Okay.
That's because the Cowboys and Walker Wade will let you know that the Cowboys are taking bullets. They're taking shots because they need to do something. And after all of the talk of we're going to bust the bank, they don't. shit's gonna get ugly.
I mean, I just suppose they. Okay, Mark. We all know these deals are already being done for the first day. The first day, I keep telling folks, the first day because it's even a weaker free agency. So the number one person in free agency right now is Hendrickson. He's the number one guy,
Yeah.
and he's the number one guy.
And only one team can get
You
him.
could talk about all those other players, but Hendrickson is the number one. Because it's a weak free agency, do you really believe that he's going to go cheap? He's going to want 30 million plus.
Quinn, hold on. Quinn.
I paid 30 million for Hendrickson.
Quinn, hold it. Quinn.
You would?
Quinn Cowboy Sports 4189. Hold on. Email me cowboysmark94 gmail with your address so that way we can get it to you. Okay? Because you got to email me cowboysmark94 gmail or I don't have your address to send it to you. So do that for me.
What's up, Wade?
I'm just sitting there saying, Hendrickson, Michael Parsons ain't never had 2 seasons back to back like Hendrickson.
Yeah. 17. He's never had a single season like
everybody's won them. Everybody wants them. And so I'm just saying, somebody was telling me 25 million is good. He ain't gonna want no 25 million.
He's gonna be in the low 30s, if not 35.
Yeah.
You know, if you're telling me that Jordan Phillips is Jalen Phillips is going to get 25 up, how do you say that Henderson's only going to get 25? I know he's 31. I'm betting. I said it's going to be like 32, 33 is where I'm thinking. It might even be as high as 35. Because he is
35 because he's Top Gun.
He is the and it's not necessarily. I mean, I don't know if he's a Top Gun or not. I mean, he was injured this past year, or it might be injured and fuck y'all injured. You know what I mean?
True.
Yeah, and the seasons before that, he was beast.
Yeah, I really believe that. I don't know, but in this weak free agency, he's the number one. Because it's so weak, he's going to even want to ask more money. He said, I'm the number one guy. Ain't nobody else better than me. Y'all better give off. I want more. I want more guaranteed money. He's going to ask for a whole lot.
And if we can't get Hendrickson, you go, I mean, like.
Who you going with?
I'm going to bring in back Clowney. I mean, you're going to pay less, but, dude, he had as many sacks as Phillips and Chubb.
Well,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But here's the thing about Clowney, Wade. It's the reason sometimes defense coordinators say, hey, he's not the kind of guy I want on my team. I don't see no upside in him.
I haven't heard. I haven't
no.
You
know, hold up.
Clowney in the organization. I haven't heard that yet.
Okay. Yeah, well, the question, I think actually with Clowney, they were letting him go to try and keep the price down. Let him go out there and see who's the suitors are. The fact that he got
linebacker. Go after linebackers.
The fact that he had 8.5 sacks and he missed the first 3 games before we signed him.
I think it was the first 5.
Hey, Mark, you should look into what's up, guys. First of all, you should look into Okereke that we just cut from the Giants. You even cut because he's good. You didn't cut him for that. You cut him for the money. But he's good. He's a good up and coming player.
Yeah, and this is the question: is do you look and say, do I spend $35 million for Henderson, or do I look at this and say, let me get 3 guys that might be good and have a rotation?
You get Hendrickson and you get the 3 guys.
Okay, you know what?
Come on now, we both know they could do that. Stop it.
Oh my God,
okay. Wade. Wade, your fantasies.
Cap hell is a myth.
Wade, your fantasies don't mean shit to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, just because you think we can go get all of those guys, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. Okay,
Spank dog, you funny boy. I
So we're gonna go with everyone's mentality. We're gonna do status quo. We're going to do the same bullshit we do every year, and we're gonna fucking win 7 games again. That's what y'all are basically asking them to do. Because I'm asking
wait. I'm not asking them to do that. I've been wanting them to actually do some real shit for years.
You want a Ferrari? You're gonna pay Ferrari prices.
Yes, and we're willing to do that with their money, but they're not.
You're gonna play Delta 88
don't mess with the Delta 88s.
You want to beat down Delta 88 or do you want a Ferrari? I'm just asking.
So wait, can I ask you a question? Wait, here's the thing. So basically, you say that the Cowboys just getting a vehicle that's going to get A to B.
I'm tired of getting the 1985 Toyota that's been busted up at the dealership, at Goodwill and the Salvation Army. Give me some premium shit. Can I get some premium players?
Wait, I've been saying for the last 2 years. I've said I ain't told Mark. Take your ass to Louis Vuitton, Chanel. Yeah. Stop shopping at the damn
Versace. Go to Versace. Go get some expensive shit.
Thank you. Danelle Graves asking.
We're over here putting on Brute cologne out of Walmart. Literally.
Listen, wait. You act like I'm rooting for them to not do shit. I want them to do shit. But I'm saying
that T move. That's what they shopping at. Way they're shopping that T move.
Rainbow. Shopping at Rainbow.
The Brute cologne.
Got you, Queen.
Or you dating, or they trying to date a 105-year-old woman and you 35. What the hell?
I'm not. She got the money. Hey, she got the money, Momo.
Touch that. I'm not gonna touch that, Momo.
I just touched that, man.
She got money.
But end of the day, all these players like that. I mean, here that Alec Pierce is possibly coming to Washington and stuff like that. He had one good year, 47 catches. He barely got over 1,000 yards. And this day in the NFL, if you can't get 1,200 or more yards, I don't see him. He's not a great route runner. He's over the top. He got great speed.
Who are you talking about? Somebody walking inside?
Alec Pierce.
Alec Pierce is a bad boy. I seen him.
He's got average 22 yards of completion.
Look at his numbers. He only had 47 catches.
22 yards per reception.
I know. I get that. In that offense.
Y'all better get him.
With Daniel Jones throwing to him.
He ain't supposed to be telling you this shit.
No, but I'm cussing at me, bro.
I'm not cussing you. All I'm saying is I'm not supposed to be telling you this shit.
Now I already know what that's who I see we getting. I hear Kenneth Walker. I would love to get Kenneth Walker, but I just have a problem with him. He's not a great blocker, and he doesn't catch passes out the backfield like that. I'd rather have the guy from Tampa Bay that everybody's gonna talk about. I love him. I wish he's a free agent. I wish we could get him.
Who is that?
I forget his name. Who
is
Chris Godwin?
No, he's a running back. He's the running back for the
I'm trying his fucking name because we're looking at him too. What the fuck's his name?
Who?
He's an evil killer. He's a Philadelphia evil killer.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of his name though.
I'd rather get him.
He's an eagle killer.
Because I want a running back.
Is it Rashad White?
Running back who's a dual threat. He can catch passes, run the ball. Because
every time they play Philadelphia, you always kill him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Is it Isaiah? What the fuck's his name? Damn it. Somebody chat.
We're about to find out how they're gonna move here in the next few days. So
but Walker, all the good players gonna be gone the first 2 days.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. All the good guys that are really good players, they get swooped up, and we don't do shit in the first 5 days. I don't want to hear anyone spinning this shit. Oh, we're gonna draft and we're gonna be all right. We're gonna get players and blah blah blah. Well, I don't want to hear that shit. I done heard that the last. I done heard that the last 4 or 5 years like a broken record. I don't want to hear it. Because I know that's what's about to happen. I literally feel it coming, that everyone's going to try to spin this shit. We're going to be all right. We'll draft. We'll go out there. We're really good at getting bottom-tier free agents or, undrafted free agents. I can already hear it now.
I'll share a box of popcorn with you.
Well, hey, Walker, did you say that they were going to do a lot in free agency? I knew we weren't going to.
Free agency ain't started yet, so.
Yeah.
It does tomorrow at noon.
I'll tell you one thing. Here in the next few days, they don't do anything, you can tell me that.
No, I'm just saying, Walker. What I'm saying, the first 2 days, y'all guys have to get premium players. The first 2 days.
And it's like you said, Mark,
my definition of a good free agency: go get Nakobe Dean, go get Demario Davis, go get Hendrickson. That's a good free agency on the first few days.
What you say, Lord Cowboy?
It's like you said, Mark. You know, a lot of teams and players like to use and abuse us. They use us to get contracts.
Oh yeah, no question.
I mean, Baltimore came out of nowhere, and they came out. They weren't even in the conversation of Max Crosby. And they came out of nowhere.
Why do you think that?
You know, because they wanted to use it. They wanted to use it.
I don't believe the Cowboys was in the running. I really don't. I think that was a media thing.
No, but the media, all they have to do is say that the Cowboys are in the running, and the other teams will jump up on a player just because of that.
Yeah,
just to keep us from getting anybody, because teams and all these other teams hate us so much that even though we haven't won a Super Bowl in 30 years. They still don't want to give us any opportunity to do that.
So what you're saying?
That's why they take players when they see we got a player that might help us get there. They're going to swoop in and take it.
So are you saying that the other 31 teams see the Dallas Cowboys as a threat?
Wow.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I do believe that. Well, even though we haven't been,
I can say that that's why the Eagles were jumping in.
Listen, Momo. The NFL wouldn't be the NFL without the Dallas Cowboys. That's a fact. Whether you love or hate us. Even though we haven't done anything in 30 years,
that's absurd.
If the Cowboys were gone, the ratings would go down.
I thought it was absurd. I thought I talked dumb shit. I don't know what.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with that one.
Look, the Cowboys offered a first and a second. I mean, that's a good offer, but I mean, I don't want to give up two.
Hate.
I think giving up two would have been a little bit too much.
Okay, how about this? If just say the sake of argument, the Cowboys get Hendrickson, right? And y'all ain't satisfied, but y'all really need linebackers. What do y'all really need? Linebackers or defensive ends? Just be honest.
If we don't get an edge rusher, I'm gonna put it like this: if we don't get an edge rusher, we need to focus on building the linebacker core and the safety and the secondary. We need to feed those two, and then maybe sign like a McClowney again.
So
we need linebackers that can drop back, and if they need to get in coverage, drop back and be able to do that. We don't need to do like we did in the past, try to take cornerbacks and move them up and have them play linebacker. We need to have
safeties with bricks in their pockets. You need linebackers with bricks in their pockets.
We don't need that. That was what hurt us in the past.
You want to fix your linebacker core,
safeties, slot corner, and an edge. And Clowney.
You want to fix your linebacker core. You fix your linebacker core. You just bring in Nakobe Dean, sign Davis, and you got two solid linebackers with Overshown and Leafau, and draft another linebacker. I mean, your linebacker core is pretty fucking solid.
So what's the guy used to play for the? He played for the
draft
Cowboys.
Caleb Downs at your safety if he drops to you.
We're gonna draft a linebacker anyway.
Probably.
Yeah, that ain't good enough for me. You need about four. They need three. They need three linebackers.
We need
They need three linebackers.
They
need three more starters. We'll do that.
I'm confused.
We need linebackers that can stay healthy, not ones that are going to be injury prone.
So
one at a time now, guys. One at a time.
The guy who played for Washington last year, the year before, he got 10 sacks and he goes back to the Cowboys. He didn't have a great season. Are y'all resigned? Is he still there?
No,
not Fowler.
No. Fowler's done.
No, y'all can resign him if you want.
Well, he had the best. He had 10.5 sacks for us.
Yeah.
Like Walker said, get these two linebackers out of free agency and draft you another linebacker early in the draft.
What, the 12th pick?
Yeah. What's that guy, Martin? The guy out of Texas, the linebacker. They fall to you.
I'm just saying.
You know, you got, Caleb Downs may drop to you at your first pick.
Yeah, because the
That's a
rumors.
solid.
I think they.
solid
I
safety
hate when they do that to players. Or come out the draft saying he
Now,
got
let me
this. He got what's the name called?
Generative ACL or whatever.
Who?
Yeah, but that's
let me
and I think that's wrong because basically the more he dropped his that affects his pocket, his money.
All I'm asking is for a good 4 years out of Caleb Downs. I'm trying to win in these next few seasons.
let me ask you guys this: Do you think that Baltimore was stupid for giving up their 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby?
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm gonna tell you
I
why.
think so because they lost their head coach. Now they're gonna have a new head coach, and it just
Lawyer. Your problem wasn't on defense. Your problem was on offense.
Yeah.
That's what your
Yep.
problem was.
What's up, game time? So here's my
Game
here's
time.
what I've said the most stupidest thing. So Crosby leaves one bad defense and go to another bad defense.
Yeah. But you know what? That ain't my problem.
I know ain't my problem either.
That's not my problem.
Right, Thomas?
That's Baltimore Raven fans' problem. You take that shit to Baltimore, pal.
Pal.
Crosby didn't do anything stupid to give up 2 first-round picks.
I know. What's up, Derek? That's my buddy.
Eric, Chris.
Lamar Jackson getting a little injury prone too. So.
Well,
That's
he's
the
probably
reason-
gonna get a
That's
new
another one.
contract.
That's the reason why I said you made a mistake by making that deal on the defensive side. You should have did it on the offensive side.
Hey,
They
it's
should've
all
went
right.
after Taylor. They
Let
should've won. They
Baltimore.
should've got the Taylor.
And
It's all right.
then
They're in the
and then you
AFC. Just
and
let
then you like
let it happen. It is what it is.
football and Lindenbaum, you're trying to get this boy killed.
So Linderbaum is probably he'll be a free agent. So Washington's
Linderbaum's
trying
coming
to
to us,
get him.
Momo. No, Momo, he's coming to us.
Okay.
If I'm
Look.
Lamar Jackson, I'm pissed.
Look,
I'm
it's
pretty
all
sure.
right. The Ravens are in the AFC. None of our concern what happens to them, whether they implode or not, which I think is
No,
coming.
it isn't.
Don't
And
mind, we're cherry picking them anyway. There, Wade. We're cherry picking them.
in Baltimore. I'm
Maybe
telling my
they're trying to
brother
get back to
in Baltimore.
defense.
Late round first. Wait a minute. Crosby
Mean
wanted to
Metal
go to a
Mike.
winning team. Kid Cowboys said. He wanted actually to go to the Cowboys. They thought that shit was done.
Yeah, they thought they had a deal in place that day we were
All about
talking.
the money.
All about the money.
All right, so what are we talking about, Mark? Well, I'm hearing
Hedge
Wade.
funds.
I'm hearing
Well-
a lot of people backing down and backing off of, the key things that the Dallas needs to do.
Well, I'm not sure what. Well, first
Where
of all,
we at?
First
How
of all,
come we're not reading Dallas right now? All we're seeing is Eagles are taking offers for Jalen Carter. Eagles are taking offers for
A.J. Brown.
EJ's the Eagles are working out a trade for edge rusher out of Minnesota Vikings, Grenard, for a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
Stats are equal to the guy that they have now, Jalen Phillips. How come we're hearing Super Bowl champion
I'm
teams
telling
making
you,
moves?
they are hitting the reset button.
Again, why are teams that are winning Super Bowls making trades and signing guys to re-up, and yet Dallas is basically $200,000 over the salary cap?
Yeah.
Doing what? Like what are we doing?
This is a good question. Now
Now they're
Sitting on your head.
200,000. Hold on, I thought they were $9 million under.
No, the
not
$222,000 over because
because
we.
of the
Yes.
because of the kicker and
I'm not negative. I'm just
The receiver.
saying, why do we got to
No,
wait?
that's facts. That's what I was saying before you got in there. I was like, bro, we
I
don't do
was
anything.
listening.
We don't start kicking cans. We don't start signing players going in it. Like we're
We
gonna be
know
the
they
same shit.
can, Mark.
We're the same shit.
Mark, we know they can. We know they can. It's not about knowing that they could do it.
Are they going to do it?
Shut up and
Exactly.
do it. Shut up and do it. I'm tired of hearing we're moving different.
Yep.
All right. We'll see how much you're moving different, because all I see is teams that have won already trying to do something. If I'm the Eagles and you say reset, shit, win me a Super Bowl. I'll be happy to reset. Reset shit. Let's go. It's just a little bit annoying, Mark. It's a little annoying that we haven't seen nothing today.
Yeah, but it's the eve of free agency game time, so we don't know if these deals have been done.
Why?
And there's a surprise.
Momo, if we're re-signing Quinn and Williams, why hasn't that been done?
Yes, if you are
already?
a channel member, you have access to the link to join the chat.
Why isn't Kenny Clark, who's just a dead cap hit? What?
He restructured. Yeah.
I mean, we got guys. I mean,
they need to start doing that tonight.
Again,
yeah.
If I find out that they're on the yacht and on vacation, then I'm
always on vacation.
Then I'm coming for heads.
Brian, breathe, Brian, breathe. Breathe, Brian, breathe.
I'm just letting you know.
Brian, you got smoke coming out from your headset. Okay, now listen, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, breathe now. Now listen. They don't have to have all these moves in place until 4:00 Wednesday. The Cowboys, are the last minute sons of bitches, okay?
I know
they could go through and sign somebody tomorrow. They just have to make the cash work by Wednesday at 4:00. Okay? So they got time for that. The question is, what are they doing? Now, I honestly think that Trey Henderson is a diversion because there's no way you go out there and say, that's the guy we want. The price just went up. You don't want people to know what you're actually trying to do. I think that they're looking at somebody else or making a move elsewhere.
You're not going to get a bargain. Momo, you're not going to get a bargain this time of year, okay?
You're going to pay out your ass. What you're going to do.
This is called, you're going to pay premium prices, right? I mean, like you're shopping on Las Vegas Boulevard right now as opposed to shopping at Ross for less. You know what I'm saying?
Tijuana, Mexico. I'm tired of shopping at Tijuana, Mexico in the bazaars and shit. I'm trying to shop on
Welcome to the Mojo
Boulevard,
crew. What's up, Danelle?
Rodeo Drive
Green.
in California.
Shout out to you.
Hold up. Let Mark get the new channel member.
Danelle Graves.
Graves.
If you go to the community tab, the link is there.
It's Rodeo.
Rodeo Drive. All I'm sitting there saying, look, I'm tired of shopping at the Salvation Army.
Okay, Grant G. Okay, you know I'm dyslexic.
Giant.
You know I'm going to mess up names.
And you know the Salvation Army is their thing.
Now, Mark, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just saying there's
no talk that we saying.
Well, here's the thing, Mark. Okay, with a fan base that has struggled, right? A fan base that has been yearning for something. Why do you feel the need as an organization to make us wait? Just create the money. What do you think?
They want to be a splash.
You're going to take less because you only have $200,000. We know you could create it.
Game time. I like to chime in what you just said. I believe that they want highlights. They want to be a splash where everything's focused on them. That's the reason they do it.
Is it Mark? Is it me or the Dallas Cowboys? They're smart. They know. I mean, we know what they do regarding reaching out to the Fox, the Adam Schefters. They reach out to those guys. They don't reach out to the Clarence Hills. No offense, Clarence. They reach out to the big boys to get their word out. Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, all of those guys.
What's the girl's name?
Yeah. So they use these people as puppets, and we're hearing a lot of talking, right? We're hearing a lot of talking about Jerry Jones. Now, Mark made a comment, and just look at Jerry. He's like shaking. Yeah. I mean, he's 80-some years old here. At some point, you need. The time is now. I just fear that you're going to get the same old. You're going to get N'Kobe Dean, Reed Blankenship, and you're going to go draft. And that's not enough.
Yeah, that ain't good enough. Hell no, enough. There's no way you can spend that shit.
Okay, here's the thing. Game time. Does his son has the same drive to get
Stephen Jones? No. He's
all about the money.
Well, he's a guy who wants to try and win while still building for the future, right, Mark?
Mm-hmm. More with less.
Yes, and we can create this cap space because look, Hell, someone do it. Mark, someone go look at what the Rams are spending. They're still paying Aaron Donald fat ass money. So and they traded all their first round picks to get other players that they're paying money to. Are you telling me we can't do that? We can't get all these guys, but the Rams can? They can keep trading and keep making moves.
They still paying Jalen Ramsey, and I saw his.
Yes, they're still playing Ramsey and Darnold, fat ass dead hits, and you're telling me the Cowboys can't come up with $30 million to get Hendrickson and sign players?
Hell,
Jerry Jones.
They family doing. Jalen Ramsey
sounds like a Ponzi scheme, man.
She's putting
Come on now.
Like a Ponzi scheme.
Jerry Jones made his money. Jerry Jones did what he wanted to do. He made the Dallas Cowboys the richest franchise in all sports, and that's all he cares about. That's all he gives a shit about. When he wanted to do it, when he was hungry, but
he's not hungry no
more.
He's not hungry.
Of course he's not hungry. But that's the thing is his son is running the team and he doesn't know how to fucking win. That's the problem.
Nope.
He's running cruise control.
He was just putting the silver spoon in his mouth.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be negative.
Can we take a break from everything for just a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me get something in.
Channel.
Okay. So no, I just want to get this in here, okay? Because we've got, people that are assuming that Dak Prescott was cheating and he was doing some freaky deaky stuff or something or other, and that's why she called it off. So first of all, I don't understand why we have joint bachelor and bachelorette parties, because back in my day, it was your last chance to get freaky deaky. So, but be that as it may, supposedly this has been posted by Desiree, who's got over 300 million or whatever followers. And the reasons allegedly why the breakup was: after securing his $240 million contract, Dallas Cowboys quarterback and his fiancee, Sarah Jane Ramos, were supposed to celebrate their upcoming wedding in April. The rumor is Dak spent the last few months pushing hard for a rock-solid prenup to protect his new bag, and she flat out refused to sign it. The underlying tension finally boiled over into a massive screaming match right at the yacht, leading to the entire wedding being permanently shelved. She's really walked away just because she wanted to protect his contract. Did Dak actually dodge a massive bullet here? So I thought, listen, this is what, when I heard this, the tension and things, I was like, I wonder if this is about a prenup.
We talked about it on the phone.
Yeah, that's right, Brian. We did. We talked about it. I said, I bet you this is a prenup. Because when you look at somebody,
I said, Dak's going to request a prenup, right? Of course.
You would think that he should request one. Right. You look at Tyreek Hill, who and I'm not trying to say Dak is Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill sitting there impregnating 5 other women while he had just gotten married. It's like, bro, why did you get married? And I'm not saying that Dak Prescott was doing anything like that, but you know, when you say half Eddie, half of your shit, yeah.
Whatever happened to meeting a girl, getting married, and having kids then?
She take my money when I'm in
You did me wrong.
So in some regards,
that's mean, everybody.
Okay, you know, and I would let me ask Holly or some of the women that are in the chat here. Shout out to all the ladies. Would you look at something like this and say, "Screw him! I'm not signing a prenup"?
Because why wouldn't you sign a prenup?
The way I look at it is,
I don't know.
If we're going to be, look, if I really love this person, we're going to be together. Then everything's there. The only thing the prenup is for, if it fails, are you going into a relationship that's going to fail?
A prenup is a contract, right, that can be negotiated. Some people hear prenup and they think she just walk away with nothing. No, there's stipulations in the prenup that can be put in there. If he cheats, she gets this much. If she cheats, she gets this much. So it's a lot of people hear prenup and they think I walk away with nothing, and that's not the case.
I remember when Michael Jordan got married, and I'd read the article right after the wedding, and they had said that they did a prenup, and when Juanita and Mike, when they got divorced, she ended up with $64 million.
I just asked my wife, and she said that she would be happily to sign a prenuptial.
Good answer.
I signed a prenup.
My wife said she would sign a prenup as a woman.
I don't need half. I take 25%.
Prenuptial agreement.
Well, in some regards, you could look at that prenup as, hey, I'm looking to get paid. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but she's already got 2 kids with him. Why would she even think about you got 2 kids with the man? It's like,
here's the deal. This is how it works,
you
everybody.
even think about leaving? Just sign
Here's
it.
how it
He's
works.
not going nowhere. He's got 2 kids with you.
Here's how it works. You have 2 children. You live a lifestyle, okay, for a period of time, and then you are ripped from that lifestyle. You pay a monthly fee to that lady
for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
Or if she
sounds like child support.
So it's not like she's not getting money. So I agree with Dak on this one. That's all. And my wife agrees that she's a woman.
Dak, I totally agree.
But I'm saying from
I'm the one out here dodging linebackers. Okay.
They don't care what we think, though, Thomas. What do the ladies
You wasn't with me
feel?
when I was shooting in the gym? Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Texas Wolf in the house. What's up? Welcome.
So it wasn't the dancing bear.
What's going on, man?
Here's a question.
Dang time I knew you was gonna bring up the damn dancing bear.
No, I said that, the dancing bear.
Somebody said something about a bachelor party, and then that's what goes to my head. A lot of freaky stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a joint bachelorette party.
Hey.
I was just making it.
That's a disaster. That's
a new
damn dancing bear.
Texas Wolf, welcome to the chat, buddy.
Sure, it wasn't dancing
Talk
Momo.
about.
Anyway, so let's circle back. So how's everybody feeling going into tomorrow? You think?
I feel awesome.
Well, I'm just looking.
I'm actually excited too.
Great. I'm feeling great.
Okay, let me just read some of the highlights. Eagles have received trade calls about Jalen Carter. Let's see. Cardinals re-signed Chad Ryland and Blake Gillikin.
Okay.
The Cardinals working out revised contract with their running back James Conner. Broncos.
You still playing?
Yeah, Broncos re-signed their linebacker. I'm just trying to find anything with Dallas.
I can't find anything other than they supposedly offered $7.5 million to Brandon Aubrey.
Again.
Yeah, that's too much.
Game time, Mark. Man, y'all need.
Well, see, hold on now, fella.
Eagles
The Brandon
signed-
Aubrey situation was because of his agents. His agents screwed that up, running their mouths.
What is what the agent supposed to do? What the hell?
That's their job.
An agent's supposed to get money for your player, but here's the thing. Why would you try to pitch $10 million knowing Brandon Aubrey is a restricted free agent?
Matter. It's just like a lawsuit. You shoot for the highest because you know you ain't gonna get. You know you're gonna get a little. Come on now, stop it.
No, it does matter. It does matter because the Cowboys got leverage. That works if the Cowboys have no leverage.
I didn't know I was.
Jerry Jones knew they had leverage. They could easily just put that tender and say, "Have a good day, gentlemen."
Okay.
But
I've said it so many times. I've said it so many times. I don't turn blue and gray in the face. I keep trying to tell everybody that $10 million. That's nothing but a starting price.
That's it. That's all it is.
Mark, my problem is, Mark, when it comes to Dallas is we got 2 tenders. So, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm okay. But
I wish they kept Brock Hoffman, man.
Here's the deal, Mark. Why can't we get deals so these contracts are cheap in year one? Everything is a pulling of the teeth, to try.
Game time, Brian. Let me answer that for you. Hold on, game time. I want you to understand here.
We want you to understand why we got 7 wins for 3 years
the process. You got to understand. I have a degree in chemical. My assistant, he was a server at Marketplace Grill. These things take time, and let's be honest, we're contract challenged here, and we're trying to get these things done. We're trying to get Brown and Aubrey squared away, and then we'll start working on George Pickens. But you can't rush this process here, Brian. So trust we're working hard right now. We got our bags packed
gentlemen,
for vacation for next week.
We also should remember. Sorry to cut you off, Mark, but we also need to remember the Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. I remember them early 2000s. They got bit bad by a lot of these free agent signings, and I think that has never left Jerry and Stephen Jones' mind that We got to be careful. We've swung and missed a lot with these things, and it's been
okay.
us bad.
So doesn't mean you stop.
They didn't have a quarterback at the time, so it didn't matter what they did.
Your money don't make money.
Well, they thought Roy Williams was going to replace T.O.
So here's the thing.
Yeah,
In 07, those were a lot of free agents on that team. And that team went 13-3. That team was loaded for bear. So free agency does work, because go back and look at the free agents in the 07 offseason. They went out and got Leonard Davis, Kyle Kosar. They had Terrell Owens the year before. They went and got Ken Hamlin. They had Brady James, Aiken Adele. They went and got a shitload of players, and that team went 13.
They also had a shitload of players already in-house too. Remember, we also had that 2005 draft class.
They went out of free agency, though. That's the thing, is they went out and got a lot of players, good players.
Remember that 2014 class? They had a lot of free agents in that class.
Isn't this 2026? What y'all talking about?
The Cowboys have been one of the most
That 2014 team also, I would say to myself, was the beginning of the end after that. Because 2015, they didn't have nothing good. 2016, they got lucky because of the fact you had Zeke and Dak, and nobody knew how to.
2016 Cowboys were not lucky. They were
Let me get in here real quick.
They had a top 5 defense that year. That team should have been in the Super Bowl. They didn't get lucky that year. That team was beating the shit out of everyone. Go back and look at that. Go back and look at all them games.
Except for New England.
You
ran into New England.
We were. You brought this up last night. We were the year before Dan Quinn came in 2020. We were 30th in the league in defense. We were 28th in points allowed. We were 23rd in total yards allowed. Yet, as soon as we got Dan Quinn, we proceeded to be number 1 in the league for the 3 next years consecutively with turnovers, and we were top 10 defense all 3 years. So coaching matters, and going out.
Oh, no, I'm not denying that.
No, I'm just saying coaching matters. And so anybody that says we can't do it, you don't have any. I don't really listen to you. It can be done.
I don't think the Cowboys. That is game time. I don't think it's not really a question of the Cowboys can. It's always been a question of will. Will they have the willpower to do it?
Well, they just allowed it under Dan Quinn. They seem like they're letting Christian Parker do his thing. You had to believe, Mark, that Christian Parker had input on who he possibly wanted in free agency. My thing is just throw the fans a bone and act like you're gearing up for something. You know, all we had so far is we're in on Max Crosby until we weren't. I'm glad we're going to the draft, Mark. I'm glad that they didn't.
Thank goodness.
I'm glad.
Thank goodness.
But the bottom line is, we heard all along that Trey Hendrickson, they're going to go, you know what, deep on if they don't get Max. Okay, here we go. If we don't get Trey Hendrickson, whether you like him or you don't, this is what we were told.
What if somebody offers him $40 million a year?
Nobody's offering 40.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Trey Hendrickson, in all truth, though, if I was his agent, I would have to sit down with him and ask him, look, I get it. You may be the top defensive end in this class.
What is you talking about?
I agree.
No, because Trey Hendrickson knows any team he talks to is going to use his health against him. Hey, Trey Hendrickson, you're a good defensive end, but you're not available enough. You're just not.
I'm sorry. I don't want to bust your bubble. He's going to get $30+ million on this free agency. What is you talking about?
I think he's only been.
Because if I give a man that kind of money and he's hurt, I'm going to be like, what the hell did I just do? What did I do?
I don't think he's been hurt that much, though. I think this last year he kind of half-assed it. The team was garbage.
Hey, Danelle,
what's NFL stand for? Not for long. So we get his money now.
He hasn't said much.
Momo, sit your ass down.
No, and Micah Parsons ain't never had back-to-back seasons like Hendrickson. 17+ sack seasons, back-to-back years. Micah Parsons ain't even sniffed that shit.
He's getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 years, $55 million, with 40 some guaranteed. That's what he's getting.
Okay.
That's what he's getting.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be shocked if it's like some wild and crazy.
Okay,
I'm like, what?
Donnell, this
is this,
I'm willing to go 30 million a year.
Texas Wolf. He's Hendrickson is the number 1 draft choice. It's a weak free agency. Because of that, he's gonna get double the money.
He's gonna get his money.
So I don't know
like
what
I said,
all that stuff
30
you talking
million.
about agents and stuff like that. He's gonna get 30 plus. There's no. That's the going rate.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, exactly. We'll see.
I don't think he's getting 30. I think it'll be.
Hey, I'm not wishing on injury on nobody, but if that guy is out for like half the season, whoever signs him, I'm just gonna be sitting back laughing at you like you knew that going in.
Laugh at somebody getting hurt.
Yeah, but here's the deal, though.
Did you pay him all that money and now he ain't playing?
Be worried about
I'd rather rely on Trey Hendrickson than Overshown, who is guaranteed going to get fucking hurt every year.
The bottom line is you need an impact player. Mm-hmm. He's had 17 and a half sacks in back-to-back years. This past year, he was banged up. Leading into his free agent year, I don't have any issue with him health-wise. He'll be 31. So you're getting a short-term deal. It's a beautiful thing. I just want them to put their money where their mouth is. All along, I said I don't know that they're going to win a bidding war over anybody. So me and Mark looked at Bradley Chubb's numbers. He's not great, people. Bradley Chubb is on the downside. So who are we?
Hold on, wait. But game time. Khalil Mack had 5 sacks this past year and 6 the year before. And he just got $18 million.
Right, 18.
Thank you. Yeah, and Khalil Mack's been good on 3 teams. 3 damn teams.
No, but what I'm saying is he's only had 11 sacks in the last 2 years.
Though he's kind of a dual threat.
Well, right now, Eagles are working on a deal with Jalen Phillips to be $20 million a year. Okay, they don't have much more money than we do. Once we flip our switches, we'll be way ahead. Yet they're working on deals. So I'm just letting you know you can do it. I just don't know why we're waiting to do everything. What do they think? The NFL?
We're the Cowboys. We're never in a rush to do shit.
Okay, but then if you're doing things differently, you have to go out of your way to show the fans that you're doing stuff differently. Right now, it's all talk and hot air, and it's all predictable. It's literally they're going to go out and get N'Kobe Dean. They're going to go out and get Reed Blankenship or the safety in Arizona. Okay, players. And they're going to act like they did something. They're going to bring back Clowney.
The Jones problem is they want to fix their problems, and they expect for all 31 other teams to wait for them. It don't work.
Yeah, I agree.
They think by talking a big game, the Cowboys fans are going to be dumb and go, okay, and lap it up. Cowboys fans have had it. They've had it up to here with talking a big game. I'm not saying spend foolishly, but like that clip I always played, I'm thinking there's a group of guys in the room that are smarter than me and you, just thinking up shit, right?
But do you think Stephen Jones is smarter than you and me?
I don't. That's the scary part.
I'm asking for a friend.
I don't.
Actually, Mark, I can't believe saying this. I think Jerry Jones Jr. might be smarter than Stephen.
Give me forehead.
So right now he is.
Hey, wait a minute. Now, you know, I went to school. I got a chemical engineering degree, and just because my dad paid for it doesn't mean I didn't actually earn it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right on that. I got a college degree myself. I don't think I really worked that hard to earn it. Hell, I'll admit I cheated in college a few times. I cheated.
If he has a chemical degree, then he knows that he needs certain properties to make certain metals be a certain way when you melt them, certain chemicals and stuff to make them bond a certain way. So, and Mark, that knowledge and knowing that on his side, you think he would know that related to football. Get us some damn players already, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's true.
About that.
And get rid of the ones we have in house too. Like if they want to do something different, kick a lot of these other dudes like the Kenneth Murrays of the world, the Triquest Bridges.
Kenneth Murray, Donovan Wilson, they are free agents, and they said thank you for your service. You're no longer needed. So
Wanya Thomas is gone. You know.
That's gonna be a bummer to see him kind of go. But then again, you got to get better talent.
Okay, so I tell you what, let's do this. Let's go through the exercise of who's still here. And you can say who needs to go or contract needs to be adjusted. Dak Prescott. Okay, I don't want to hear shit from you Dak haters. George Pickens.
Restructure.
Just go on defense because 99% of the offense.
I'm just going over the cap price wise. Quinnen Williams, who they've done nothing with yet. Okay. Kenny Clark, who's 21, they've done nothing with that yet.
Yes.
Osa Digizua, they've done nothing with that contract yet.
Except it has leaked out that he was part of a trade, so that's good. Let's pump up.
Yes,
right.
Thank goodness.
CeeDee Lamb, of course, who's been restructured. There's Terrence Steele sitting here at $18 million. And what I was saying to you, Game Time, maybe what they might want to do is look at right tackles and see what the going rate is, and see if you can find a guy that's better, because you could push out Terrence Steele and get $14.5 million if you make it a post-June first.
But Mark, the free agent draft class, I went on the YouTube channel of Goat House on that.
Yeah.
The free agency at right tackle is not very promising. You're dealing with a lot of aging guys, and I think the best right tackle is the one from Green Bay.
Now, it could be that you end up going for a left tackle and you move Guyton to the right. I'm just saying these are options of trying to upgrade the talent is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Deron Bland, $17 million. I wouldn't touch it. Restructuring that. Jake Ferguson's 10.
No.
Tyler Smith, Malik Hooker. Hooker's another guy that you could get. If they draft Clap Downs, I can guarantee you Hookers will probably be gone. You can save almost $7 million there. Brandon Aubrey and TJ Bass. If you get them a contract, you can reduce those. They're basically $6 million. Tyler Booker, Kayvon Turpin, Brian Anger, Javonte Williams, Tyler Guyton, Solomon Thomas, Hunter Lipke, Marquez Bell, Donovan Easy, Luke Schoonmaker, Jonathan Mingo Dingo. You can cut him and get $2 million.
Goodbye.
Marshawn Nealon.
Goodbye, Mingo.
Marshawn Nealon is still on here for $2 million. I don't know how that works out.
Rest in peace.
His guaranteed money, I know you still have to pay on the cap. Overshown, Cooper Beebe, Trent Stegg, Savon Ravel, James Houston, Malik Davis, Ceylon Carson, Jaden Blue, Shamar James, Span Ford, Israel Land, Nick Levette, Paris Campbell. Damn, Paris is still on here? You can let him go.
Yeah, he got brought back.
Will Greer, Josh Butler.
That's right, Stephen Mark Holmes.
Okay, so Ryan Fenoy, you can get another one there. But so basically, you got rid of all the dead weight of the guys.
Hey, Mark, did you mention Jack Sanborn?
Sandbag's been gone.
Yeah,
he's gone? Okay, just making sure.
Sandbag, Kenneth Murray, all those guys.
Now, where you're going to get the money is doing deals with the wide receiver, George Pickens.
Okay, here's where you get money. Okay, George Pickens.
Quinnen Williams, restructuring Osa's deal.
Yeah, you can still get yourselves.
Listen, you got to shit or get off the pot with Terrence Steele. Either you're going to keep him and extend him out, or you're going to cut him. You're not playing under the existing contract.
Well, you could restructure him and get $10 million.
But I mean, if you either, my only thing is make a decision. Do you like the player? I mean, we did run the ball. He's 7th best in the league last year. Yeah. Dak was the least hit quarterback in the NFL. Okay, everybody wants to say how bad our offensive line is. Stop.
I don't see how bad it really was. I was hearing that a lot too.
Game time from my buddies when I was watching the games. Shout out to Son of John.
It's not bad.
Yeah, okay, I get that. Terrence Steele, his pass blocking ain't that good since he's been injured.
Only thing, okay, but
Guyton just has to get his durability up.
Yeah, exactly. He's just hurt, and he made strides coming into last year. I'm not here to.
Okay, so hold on, wait. Public service announcement here. K8664B.
What's up, brother?
He says, Mark, you pronounce a lot of these names really wrong. Laugh out loud. Listen here. I am the name butcher. That's what I do. Okay? I can't pronounce shit. I've never acted like I am, that I can do the king or queen's English properly. I can't sound this shit out. I'm going to fuck up some names. And if I knew what your name was, I'd probably fuck it up too. Okay?
You kind of did.
Okay.
And some people got some difficult names anyway, Mark. Some people got some really long, weird names.
If you're coming here because I can't pronounce the names, then you might as well leave now. I'm just
I got one better.
Go ahead.
I got one better. With my kids, I still get my kids' names mixed up, and I only got 2. And guess what? They're a boy and a girl. So what can you say?
People mispronounce my name all the time wrong.
Hey, Hallie, don't feel too bad. My
Hotel
mama, she
bar
yells
one
at
or
us.
two
There's like 4 of
days.
us. She's like, bah, 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 so she gets the right one.
Damn. I know y'all be looking at your mother like, what?
So right now, on the eve of free agency, everybody's making room and redoing deals to free up money. We haven't done any of that, and our biggest story is Dak Prescott's not getting married.
Game time.
Nice.
You saw how quickly
Here we go, everybody.
You saw how quickly those triggers were flipped the other day, right?
Yes.
It's not like they got to negotiate a contract to get that cash. Okay, that's the easy part. Let's get something that we need the cash for. How about that?
I'll start panicking here in T-minus 3 days if I don't see anything.
3 days.
Could I pose a question real quick?
You certainly can.
And I did not realize
Wednesday
I had the
morning.
mute button on my headphones, and I'm like, why can't anybody hear me? And I'm like, and it took me an hour to realize it. Anyway, no, I was wanting to know. It's just out of curiosity. Do you think the Cowboys just maybe just laying low at putting out information because of what happened with the Max Crosby thing? Because they thought they had it done, and then when the media let it out, here comes
Baltimore up the rear,
Ravens, and everybody coming in on it.
They're the worst
do you think
enemy.
maybe they can be quiet about who they're wanting in free agents?
They got too many people's hands in a cookie jar.
That's for sure.
There's too many mouths out there running their mouth.
What we heard though, Brian,
it's just out of curiosity.
People were
I don't know. Mark has
the Raiders were holding. The Raiders were holding. They were going to wait till
Mark will F your name up. Quit crying, people. This is a football channel, not English 101.
What's up, Timothy?
I apologize. You know what? I apologize.
Well, let's not also forget, everyone, that
the
Raiders kept preaching they wanted a Micah Parsons trade. Which, if you look at Micah Parsons and Matt Crosby, come on, like that. What are we talking about? Crosby is nowhere close to Micah Parsons, and he's not worth 2 first-round picks like that.
On the field, he's on the field.
On the field, yes, he is because he could play the run a million times better.
Yeah, he plays the run. He plays the pass.
Yeah, he's a dual threat. Micah's a pass rusher.
He's the first one in the building, the last one to leave.
He's a pass rusher that can't play the run worth of shit. And Crosby's a guy who could rush the passer and play the run. So yeah, I'll take fucking Crosby all day, every day.
Well, apparently our Cowboys weren't feeling that same way about it.
Well, he's young though. I mean, Micah was 25, right? 24. So it's. I mean, we all know when you hit 30 in this league, pretty much, I don't care what position you are.
Except for quarterback.
Except quarterback.
Kicker.
You go down, especially at edge rusher. So
where the Cowboys didn't want to give both their first round picks up this year. That's what they were going to have to do. No team was going to do that.
Mark, I'm surprised though, Mark, that they were willing to give up a 1, a 2, and a player. That's crazy.
That's a lot.
And if it was Osa, he made the Pro Bowl. I know people laugh about that. Osa is a better than average defensive lineman. He may not, quote unquote, fit the scheme. Well, then this is the problem I have with Dallas. We're switching coordinators every year, and you end up with a mixed match team where, it's hard to win.
Osa gets the job done, Brian.
I like him. That's why I don't want to get rid of him. I think he's fine.
Same here. My best friend wanted me to. He's also a Cowboy fan. He was saying, "Man, let's get rid of Osa."
I don't know if that's true.
He said, "Let's get rid of Osa, man. He keeps thinking like, he ain't that good. He don't play that well. He ain't no Jay Radcliffe." And I was like, "Bro, why would you even compare Osa to Jay?"
What most people don't realize is it's the small things that Osa do that nobody can see.
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
He made that game sealing sack. Was that against the Eagles?
Pablo. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
I think you're talking about the one against not Green Bay, the Chiefs in Thanksgiving.
Was it Chiefs? Was that a game? Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't a game winner, I think, but I think it shifted the game.
And Mark told it. He told it too well that a lot of the viewers, they didn't catch it. They don't understand. They don't know football like us. They don't know football like people who played it. They don't know.
I played it too. Madden.
Mark,
you know, if we're not gonna fix the
Madden
pass rush
17,
position,
boy, I used to kill it.
you know,
I played that shit in the backyard.
we gotta fix linebacker. I'm just getting so tired of us playing musical chairs with linebackers. Can we just get linebackers that stay in there for year in and year out? I mean, the best linebacker we've had the last 15 years is Sean Lee.
We love Liam Fowl. Then he doesn't go on the field
That's
last
all I'm
year.
saying. The best linebacker we have had the last 15 years is Sean Lee. Like, come on now. We got to do better than that. We got to just do better than that.
Well, then, Walker Wade, the free agency at linebackers looking really nice, man. I took a look at it myself, and I was like, there's a lot of good linebackers in this free agency.
It's looking good.
You got to get at least
It's looking good.
Yeah,
the problem with the Cowboys is
I don't know.
Yeah. The problem is the Cowboys are I don't know if they value linebacker much. I really don't. And hopefully Christian Parker is nailing in their heads. You need linebackers in here. Like y'all got, I mean, Overshown ain't going to cut it. Overshown ain't going to cut it.
Well, I know some of the ones I would love to see them go after, like like you say, Hendrickson, Jamel Dean, that I heard that's on
Kobe
the free agency.
Dean, Demario Davis,
Quincy
Williams, Quay Walker,
Alex Singleton.
You might don't know if I ever mentioned Singleton before, but if they could get three of those guys, that's going to be a huge improvement on the
3 linebackers will work.
Well, Hallie, we're less than 18 hours away from hitting legal tampering where you could agree on contracts. Now, I know they could they could agree on a contract in 18 hours from now. They could agree.
What are we going to get at cornerback on the outside?
They can agree on a contract, but you can't really sign it till 4 o'clock on Wednesday, Mark?
Yeah, it doesn't get finalized.
So
and here's another interesting thing too. I don't know if you know this, but you only get 5 Zoom calls with players.
Really?
Yes.
Didn't know that.
I've never heard that before.
Yes.
Are you saying they only get to talk to 5 players, or they get 5 calls to one player each?
5. Yeah, 5 Zoom calls.
When it's
What's up,
Zoom.
Logan? How you doing, brother?
I'm still confused too, Hallie. So we'll figure it out.
When there's a link there for
18 hours away from being able to sign people. So I guess how we're going to do it, Mark, is that we're going to agree to a deal and then decide what player we're going to extend. I don't know. How's that going to work?
I think tomorrow you're going to see a lot of contracts being.
I hope so.
Triggers being
it
flipped
is Sunday,
for the Cowboys.
you know. They're in church all day. So
I hope that's the way they're doing it.
Brian.
I hope they're seeing who they're going to sign, and then figuring out, okay, we only need to flip triggers on 2 contracts instead of 4. You know, hopefully it's like
also, Derek, you can also they're also looking at players of what players we know are probably still going to make it past the first 2 days. Like, what are players we know, like, we don't have to rush them. They're not going to be like immediate, we got to go sign them.
Not anybody that's going to come right in and help you.
Let me give you the lowdown here. Okay, see, this is where I get to educate you guys. I may not be able to say a player's name, but I know some shit, okay? Starting in 26, NFL teams are permitted to conduct 1 video call with up to 5 individual prospects, unrestricted free agents during the 2-day legal tampering period. This rule allows direct, limited communication with players before the New Year League begins. Target limit. Teams can only have direct live video phone contact with a maximum of 5 different players. Only 1 call per player is permitted during the 2-day pre-agency window. Content and purpose. The calls are designed to allow teams to discuss terms directly with players rather than strictly with their agents to aid in the negotiation process. Travel permissions. Teams may arrange travel for a player to visit a facility once an agreement to the terms have been reached, but the actual visit cannot occur until after the league year begins. Does that make sense to everybody? Because I know I can't read
news to me, Mark.
So when does the league year begin?
So, okay, tomorrow at 12 o'clock is legal tampering starts. Let's be clear. We know there's illegal tampering that's been going on. You can't tell me that everybody's agent and all that is there at the combine, and we're not wink, wink talking about, hey, man, I want to get your guy here and stuff like that. If you remember how quickly Saquon was signed, it was like 12:01, and it seemed like he had a contract already written for him. You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much.
But
they had discussions prior.
Right, exactly. That's the illegal tampering. So, it's still crazy to me why we have legal tampering and all that when all of this stuff that's already been going on. There shouldn't be a new league year. It's just like the NFL just keeps on going. You know what I mean? It was 3 weeks ago we had the Super Bowl, and here it is. How many contracts have already been signed? Players have moved. How many trades have happened? I got a feeling Momo would use all 5 on a right guard. 3 talk about how I miss you, man. Okay, Dirty. Is Momo still here? Because if he is, he's awful quiet.
He went to rant. I told you, he went to rant. He's gone. He's been gone.
It's RG.
Yeah, he put in the chat that he had talked to us later.
That's what that's supposed to be.
The good news for Momo
RG3
is he is cancer free. He is cancer free. So shout out to Momo. Glad that the texts and stuff came out. He's just got something, that a prescription.
And plus, Mark, you got to think about it. Cowboy players, for all we know, have probably been talking to guys who are free agents on their social media or people who are like family, be like, hey, man, maybe you should consider going to the Cowboys.
Well, you hope that the Cowboys get some players that want to come their way. You know what I mean? That and that's how you get deals. You think about
convince him to come to Dallas.
Well, you think about how New England was in their heyday. There was, hey, listen, you take less money, you can turn your career around, you got a chance to get a ring, and then you can go get paid by somebody else.
Yep.
So let's hope that that's the case with the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Christian Parker came to Dallas, a lot of folks who are Cowboy fans and people who are, not Cowboy fans have always linked a lot of the free agents to Dallas because of Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just wanted to say, everybody I would really like to get Trey Hendrickson, but Lou Anarumo, who is now the defensive coordinator with the Colts, was his coordinator with the Bengals for 4 years. So he's been rumored to be going to the Colts. So anybody who wants Trey Hendrickson, you're going to have to pay. So my only thing is, you would think you would be getting yourself together. I know you can do it last minute, but I think Mark may be right. Wade, I'm sorry to tell you, I think it's all a smokescreen. The problem is when you float out names like Max Crosby and Trey Hendrickson to the fan base, who we are yearning for to replace a Micah Parsons, right? At least we had Micah, whom we know could get to the quarterback. When you do that, and then your fallback is Bradley Chubb or
what's the smokescreen?
That's not
Joey Bosa.
Sounds like the bottom of the barrel to
Joey
me.
Bosa. That's not the type of smokescreen we want. What we want is the.
If you're gonna fuck up at pass rusher, give me the best linebackers.
Shut your mouth and stop and just stop telling us what we want and go do it. That's my only thing. Is I'm a little annoyed. Now, I'm not saying Dallas told us. They told people that leaked it out or whatever, but just to let you know, it's going to cost. I would love Trey Hendrickson just so I could sleep at night knowing we got a guy who can get to a quarterback, especially with Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, and Osa coming up the middle, and a young Ezraku and on the other side. That would be beautiful. So we'll see.
Yeah,
because I don't think there's 2 pass rushers. Now, we could go into the draft, Mark. We could get a young Cassius Howell at 20. Just get ready. If we don't get Trey Hendrickson, we're going to end up with a draft pick at 20. So
long as it's not Kendrick Falk or...
we got to wait 5 years to be worth the shit. Great.
Look, like Christian Parker's type of guy is going to be Texas A&M's Cassius Howell. That's who you're going to get.
Yes.
So,
thank you. As long as it's not
but
Kendrick Falk from Auburn or the
he's a rookie though. What I'm trying to get to, I don't have a problem drafting that player alongside a veteran that we know. If we truly, Mark, only have a 3-year window, then we need to be aggressive bringing in veterans.
You got to go very aggressive.
You got to be aggressive.
Yeah.
Rookies aren't going to elevate this defense. It's going to be veterans, and it's going to be players that are out there that are really good players. I'm sorry. Rookies aren't going to push us over the top on defense. It's not going to effing happen. It's not. We ain't got time for that. I got 3 years. We got 3 years left on Dak's contract. We have to win now.
We
cannot draft and develop anymore.
What are you trying to say?
Well, let me ask this question. If they were willing to give up the first, second last year, and Osa, wouldn't they be willing to pay a certain amount of money for Trey Hendrickson?
You would
if they were willing to give all that up?
You would think. That's why. That's what I'm expecting, Hallie. This is why now my expectations are way up at the moon right now because, we were told that was the goal. If we don't get him, we're not giving up 2 1s. We're going to go right to Trey. Well, I'm telling you that the new head coach of the Colts was his coach for the last 4 years with the Bengals and there's ties. You're going to have to overpay. And to Mark's point, okay.
If they secure Trey Hendrickson, my hat's off to them. That means y'all better go and get slam dunk starters at corner, at linebacker, and at safety.
But you can get
You have to do that
Trey
regardless.
Hendrickson, and you could go out and get a safety. You can go out and get a corner in free agency. You got plenty of money.
You have to do all of this.
They're all too worried about
guys. I just said earlier, the Rams are literally paying everyone in the NFL like dead money out the ass, trading all their first round picks.
Hold on,
dude.
Wait.
Actually,
wait. Don't pull a Momo. The Rams right now only have $9.7 million in dead money. That's it.
Go through the contracts, Mark.
Listen. That's their dead. I'm looking at it right now.
Hold on.
They're dead money. Okay, their contracts. Okay.
Go through all the contracts.
Matt Stafford, $48 million. Devontae Adams, $28. Arctic Jackson, $25. Kevin Dotson, $17. Trent McDuffie, $13. Kareem Williams, $12. Quentin Lake, $11. Poona Ford is $11. Coleman Shelton, 9.5. Kobe Parkinson, 9. Devarius Williams, 8. And everybody else is under 7 under there.
And that ain't the count. Nicole, they say he's ready to make about 40.
Well, his number right now is
Dallas
only like
waiting
6.
for that contract.
Yeah,
Dallas is waiting for the contract to drop so they could beat it. They take pride in
that's the problem is we don't need to set the mark. We always set the mark.
They love it. They love it.
Alec Pierce, but here's the thing though. Alex Pierce might end up getting 30. And so if you're George Pickens, what do you say if Alex Pierce gets 30?
I want more than DK Metcalf.
Well, that's what I said right now. That's what I said right now. Pay him 34. What
if
the hell
you
are
know
you
that,
doing there?
And I know that. Why are they waiting, Mark?
Exactly.
Because even at that number, Mark, they're going to say they boatload in year 1 and 2.
Yeah, Brian, won't they save 27, around 27 mil if they sign him early?
No, right now he's accounting for what, a 27.4, Mark?
Yeah.
If they sign him, that number will come down to 7, 8, 9 if they want.
Depending on how, right. That first year will be cheap.
And you'll add void years to the contract.
And triggers. We love triggers.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? This all goes into, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm at that stage where I see all these teams making room and we're kind of making excuses for the club, basically saying, well, maybe they have a plan. Maybe it's a smokescreen. Well, okay, maybe you should just get in a room and you get some contracts done. It should have been done a week ago. Everybody knows what's going on. Why not just free up?
All I know is when George Pickens gets that new contract, the first fan base that's going to riot is the Steelers. They're going to lose their minds.
What are we waiting for? I don't understand what we're waiting for. Why are we waiting?
Little Mike will be upset.
Why are we waiting?
They're going to act the baby. They're going to act the baby Texas Wolf. Pittsburgh is going to act the baby.
Me, Metal Mike will be killing somebody.
I just don't understand why they're waiting. That's all.
I have a feeling it has to do with more with Mulligetta than anything else.
Yeah,
That's the only thing I can think
can't
of.
blame the agent. We have
I'm thinking about what happened with Micah.
We have right now. We got
and people before that
didn't include David
They haven't
Mulligetta.
done any of them going into free agency. Brandon Aubrey, they're tendering instead of making a deal. TJ Bass, they're tendering instead of making a deal. Osa Odigizua, they could flip a switch, but they haven't. Quinnen Williams needs a new deal. The Kenny Clark needs a new deal. And George
Mark,
Pickens
Jerry Jones had a message for you.
Jerry Jones had a message for me.
What, Jerry Jones?
Oh, Lord.
He's gonna
Marco,
I hope you're
I'm
right,
going to
Jarrah.
surprise
I
you
hope you're
tomorrow.
I'm done
I'm going
talking.
to surprise you tomorrow.
Jarrah, that's a girl, ain't it?
Jared
Because
Jones.
the way that
Well,
you know
he's
they
losing
talk,
fat-
the
he's
Cowboys
losing
talk a
fat
big
himself.
game, but I need to see action.
Settle down just a little bit.
Yeah, you're right on that, Walker.
I don't have
Cowboys talk a
Exactly.
big game every year. They talk a big game, and then they end up being full of shit.
Yep.
So which
Or
side
at the
are you
last minute,
on
they'll
there,
surprise
Wade?
us with something crazy.
Mark,
We didn't see George Pickens coming when they got him, so you never know.
Mark, game time.
Yeah.
And Miss Holly, I was celebrating like it was the second coming of Jesus when we got George Pickens.
You were in the minority because most people thought that we were fools for even trading for a guy in the first place.
And every week, everybody was waiting for the shoe to drop that we were going to get screwed over.
Everybody thought that this dude was a counselor. They thought that he was gonna beat everybody up.
Yep.
He only caught 9 passes correctly.
You know, they labeled the man, and I'm like, man, y'all need to calm down.
And they kept saying, Thomas, that the reason why Pickens didn't act like that in Dallas versus Pittsburgh, even the talking head said Pittsburgh never really had no real leadership on the offense. Pittsburgh is always known for defensive leadership. And George Pickens never had no quarterback.
Texas Wolf, I'm gonna tell you.
Wait a minute, Russell Wilson.
And didn't they have one coach that would give him a hard time? Wasn't there one coach on the Pittsburgh Steelers that would give him a hard time?
Yes, Mike Tomlin.
Texas Wolf, I'm gonna tell you like I told
Then you had you guys had in Pittsburgh Antonio Brown, Juju McNister, and now there's a pattern there.
Something happened up in Pittsburgh that nobody's talking about. Something happened in Pittsburgh, man.
Oh yeah, they probably did. They're not talking about it. Because at the end of the day, if we would have asked George Pickens himself, is Dak Prescott the best quarterback you've had in your career? He'd probably say absolutely. Every quarterback before him was garbage. And yes, Derek, I'm saying Russell Wilson is not the leader.
He already said that Dak was the man.
We all know Russell Wilson sucks.
Thank you, Walker, for validating that. Russell Wilson has fallen by the wayside. He all about being a celebrity.
Even a blind man can see he was garbage.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We got to win now because you know what? 1 minute, Russell Wilson's cooking. Next minute, he's playing like complete garbage. That could be Dak Prescott. 1 minute, Dak is almost winning MVP. Next minute, he's playing like Russell Wilson. That could happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen. That's why we got to win now.
Yep. Oh, and Walker, don't rule out the Cowboys possibly drafting a quarterback in this draft class and pay special attention to Garrett Nussmeier.
Well, we should be drafting a quarterback. Every franchise should draft a quarterback probably every year. Just to, you never know. I mean, you may stumble across the next Joe Montana or Kurt Warner. You don't know what you're getting. You just need to throw darts.
Yeah,
but some franchises don't have a reputation for developing quarterbacks at all.
Yeah,
like look at the Jets. The Jets don't develop quarterbacks ever.
Every franchise should either draft a quarterback or get a quarterback through free agency.
Yep. Because when I think of quarterback development, I think of sadly our biggest op, Green Bay. Green Bay definitely develops quarterbacks because they've only had 4 good quarterbacks ever.
Mm-hmm.
That started with Big Mike. That started with Mike with Mike McCarthy. He started that.
And we thought he was going to continue that with us.
Yeah. But Game Time and Mark.
Yes.
Y'all need to you guys, I didn't talk to him, but him and Foots the King and AOC collabed the other day. And
I'll watch that.
They was talking some good shit. Have you ever thought about getting back with Foots the King? Because I remember he used to come up to your crib all the time.
Yeah, point. I haven't seen him at Mark's place in a while.
Wait a minute, I'm sorry. Foots?
Yeah, the young boy.
Yeah, well, he's busy, man. He's a musician and all that. He lives probably about an hour away from me. But yeah, well, you ain't seen too many people at my crib in a while because I've been here.
Yeah. Because I thought about it and I said, damn, Pussy King used to holler at Mark all the time.
I used to comment, Thomas, on the Cowboys Collective that he's on, that Foots needs to invite Mark Holmes as a special guest on the collective.
Yeah.
Because Mark Holmes has been a guest on other people's channels. I mean, he was just on Mike Tagg's channel.
Yeah, I mean, nobody likes me, man. I don't know if it's my, I forgot my deodorant.
You
or
suck,
what.
Mark. It's obvious you suck.
I'm serious. People just don't.
Nah, Mark, it's because because the reason why people want to invite you on sometimes is because I think Philly 500 put a curse on you or something to where nobody want to invite you nowhere.
Okay.
Because Philly 500 go crazy sometimes with you, man.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah, but you know what? Mark, he really discovered Philly 500, and this go all the way back to the 2020 draft when Philly 500.
I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's ass.
Yeah.
I still love watching that. I fire Howie, motherfucker.
Howie.
Yeah, he said that, man. He was like, Dallas has Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup, but we don't need a receiver.
Are you kidding me?
That
was the draft pick that made all Eagles fans mad.
I made enemies in my family who are Eagle fans after that. My uncle don't even invite me to his house for Thanksgiving no more because I was just
really pissed.
I was just all on it.
What he was really pissed off about was what Philip Allen was pissed off about was he really wanted CeeDee Lamb, but and he ain't gonna let nobody know. But that's what he's really pissed off about to this day.
Yep.
Him and other Philly collaborators wanted CeeDee Lamb, but
if you go back to the videos,
dirty, that's fucked up. Dirty.
Go back to the videos of that draft. Eagles fans like 4 picks away was saying we're gonna get CD, and then it didn't happen.
So
what happened was they thought at pick 17 in 2020, they thought the Cowboys needed help at safety, and we was gonna draft Xavier and McKinney because they thought it was dumb of us to draft CD. Because
I live here in Philadelphia. Trust me, and I'm a Giants fan, obviously. You should have seen when they picked up Jalen Hurts. At the beginning, everybody started fucking shitting here. I don't want to hear it. I was there. I heard everybody bitching.
I think there was one Eagle fan who actually threw a chair in his house because of that draft of Jalen Hurts. I was like, damn.
Beautiful.
Okay. So,
it was a beautiful.
So here we have Mike Fisher saying that the Cowboys want to sign 2 impact players in free agency.
Right.
Sound like first day to me.
Yes, 2.
2 impacts?
No, 2 impact players. That's we haven't signed an impact player in forever.
Please be Trey Hendrickson and Mika Fitzpatrick.
Well, with Mika, they were trying to trade him.
He might be soon.
He's not free agent yet, though.
Because he doesn't want to be.
What about the corner from Seattle? What's his name?
Tariq Woolen.
Rick Woolen, yeah.
Would that be considered an impact player? I mean,
yes, he's going to get a lot.
Yes. The Seahawks don't even probably want him back.
Cause let me see. One of them is gonna get signed by somebody else, either him or Kobe Bryant. You can't sign both of them.
Which one is cheaper, Thomas? Kobe Bryant or Tariq Woolen?
Bryant.
Damn. Bryant's cheaper. So yeah, they'll probably keep Kobe Bryant. We can probably get Tariq Woolen.
Yeah. Tariq Woolen.
All right. So Mika's deal, his cap number is $18 million this year. 18.8. So I think that nobody's going to trade for that. I really don't. I think they're going to wait him out and see if they cut him.
Yeah, and just look on the post June 1 designation. How much do they save off of their salary cap? Does it matter? Or is all the guaranteed money gone?
Let me go to over the cap on him.
I could look.
It would be they'd say 5.8 if they cut him now. If he's
right.
Hey Mark, who are you talking about? You talking about Fitzpatrick?
If he's a post June 1st, they can split it up. It's 15 this year.
15.6. So
but
again,
they'll pay the other half of it next year.
Right. But I mean, they'll get a $15.6 million. Now they're already they're about $3 million under, 3.2 under. So again, Tua, I'm not sure what's going on there. He may be gone. Bradley Chubb is obviously, so we'll see.
Tua's career, sadly, Brian, I think maybe coming to an early end because this is my opinion, gentlemen and ladies as well. What the Dolphins did to Tua was damn near criminal. They basically scrambled that boy's brain.
Yeah.
His brain is mush.
Yeah, it is. I shed a tear when I saw him ragdoll after he got up. I was like, Miami, what are you doing?
It wasn't Miami. It was the NFL. That's what happens in the NFL. It chews you up and it spits you out.
Yeah.
Stands for
Andrew Luck. Did we learn nothing from RG3? But they want to talk about where.
I'm going to say Miami's been trying to replace Dan Marino for over 25 years. It's insane.
Yeah. Right. But the NFL want to tell us to our faces we care about player safety. Really? I don't think Andrew Luck is saying that. I don't think RG3 was saying that. And I don't think Tua is saying that.
So right now things are kind of slow here. We got no new news in quite a while.
Cowboys gonna start making moves here in about a day. Brian, watch.
Looking at it as calm before the storm.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're not.
Yep.
If they don't, then me and you will go on an epic meltdown rant on this team.
Yeah, it's going down. It's going down.
Oh yeah.
As of right now, it's a windy day, and it'll be a few hours before the hurricane come in. This come for the storm, baby.
Trust me.
If they don't, we need to do a march thing on the star.
Yeah.
We don't do anything in free agency. You better believe if they're out on the high seas out there in their boat, I'm going to be hoping that they go through the Bermuda Triangle or some shit and disappear, something crazy.
Here we go. Yeah. Here we go.
So per Stargazer Sports.
Breaking news. Dallas Cowboy owner Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones were lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
There you
go. Somewhere.
So
the Coast Guard and the Navy couldn't find them.
What's up, Mark?
Potential signings this week by the Cowboys. Players that they think are on the radar. Trey Hendrickson, Nakobe Dean.
Yes.
Devin Lloyd.
Devin Lloyd. Good luck.
Devin Lloyd. Okay.
Mario Davis.
Kevin Boone.
Mario Davis.
Let Mark talk, everybody.
Brian Cook. Rick Woolen. What was the last four?
So we picking two of those, or
I'm just saying that potential signings, names to look out this week. That's the Mike Fisher list.
Okay, Mike Fish, Lando Lando Sports.
Game time, I was wrong on Devin Lloyd. He's a U. I thought he was from Georgia, but he's from Utah. He's a U.
Again, Devin, I would say out of that list, it's Trey Hendrickson, Devin Lloyd. I don't know that Nakobe Dean is a big splash player. What do we?
No, but he's an upgrade over Jack Sanborn.
I understand that, but Mark made a comment of two. What was the term?
No. Okay, those are two different stories that he has out there. So one, he said, look for them to make two big plays, but he also said these potentially are some of the sightings that could happen. So
all right. So in your mind, I think we could all agree Trey Hendrickson would be a big play, even though
that would be
a lot of Eagle fans say he don't fit in our scheme.
Yeah, I think the words were impact player.
Impact.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay.
Cowboys surprised us with a Trey Hendricks signing. I'm popping a bottle of whiskey and drinking.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath for it. I'm going to be honest with you. I think you're getting Nakobe Dean, and you're getting the safety out of Arizona. Mm-hmm. So that's.
Oh, Jalen Thompson.
Yeah, that's my prediction.
Yeah, bring me to Mario Davis on top of that.
Again, that's my prediction.
I wouldn't even say that's like a
isn't an impact player. He's okay.
I don't mind Mario Davis, and he won't cost a little nothing either.
No, he won't.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. He had about twice as many tackles as Lloyd, who's going to be a big paid free agent this year.
I'm surprised they didn't bring up Devin Bush or that corner from the Saints, Alontae Taylor.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about Alontae Taylor.
I agree, D'Angelo. Hendrickson will be a Colt.
Because to me, he could be our Jordan Lewis replacement.
The Colts only have the Colts have to free up space too, though. Right now they're minus 105,000. So let's look at teams with the most.
Hey, the Green Bay Packers are hurting right now. Right? They're hurting. For they don't got picks and they don't got money. You think maybe we can give one of our lowly first round picks for Micah? Maybe a trade back.
Right now, Dallas has the least cap room available.
I let Walker Wade do a deal with that negotiation.
We'll give you 20. Give you 20 for old Mike.
Sean Gary.
Commanders have $87 million.
Can't stand Green Bay. I hate them more than I hate the Eagles.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Wade.
But then you got to pay that $47 million to him.
Walker Wade. Seattle just won a Super Bowl. They got $58 million in cap space.
Damn it. It's a lot of money.
Sleep well. Patriots just made it to the Super Bowl. They got $43.8 million in cap space. Bang Bang 49er game got $35 million. Rams. Cap hell Rams keep going for it, making unbelievable trades. They got $27 million in cap space.
Yeah, they keep saying that first round.
A lot of cheddar.
So here's what you got to understand, man. So the Rams have made significant progress on a contract extension with their new quarterback Trent McDuffie, and the hope is the deal is done in the near future. Sources tell me that McDuffie is expected to be the new highest paid cornerback at over $30 million a year.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank God they have all that cap space.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, last time we saw that was Jalen Ramsey.
As of right now, we can't bring in an impact player unless we do our bookkeeping.
You can, but you have to get your bookkeeping done by Wednesday.
You couldn't get your bookkeeping in order the last two seasons when you literally just decided to suck.
Bingo.
And that's my whole thing. That's terrible GMing. We're not going to do anything the next 2 years. How about we just fix the cap and just get out from underneath all these bad contracts?
You know how much cap space the Raiders have? 121. 121
It's a party now.
In cap space.
What's going on, everyone?
Oh, hey, game time. Game time. I sent you a link. I don't know if you got an email from
thank you.
From the NFL. I need to send it to everybody. You have to register for the NFL's app so they can send you more shit. That's why the event is actually free, because it's about getting your contact information.
Right.
So
it's funny how the Raiders have $102 million in cap space, but now I look at the Raiders as an organization. I don't think they're going to do anything with it.
No, they're not a good team. I'm just saying. No, they're not a good team. I think the more alarming team is the Commanders with 87.6 mil. Again, that's who we got to do.
Brian, they're gonna spend most of that on offensive line because they damn near killed JD5.
Eagles right now have 12.5 million under. And they're going to have to be maneuverable. They're working on a Jalen Phillips contract. That's going to save them money. That's why I said, Mark, when it comes to Dallas, we know they can, but are they just afraid to save money? I mean, Quinn Williams deal needs to be done like a week ago. I mean, I don't understand. You just allotted big time draft capital. Why not get the deal done? It's just frustrating. That would make me a little bit better. I'll
settle down a little bit there.
I'll sleep better with 40-50 million in cap space than 222. I know we can, but it's almost like they're saying, hell, if we can't win the bidding wars, we're just going to roll with the draft because we're so good with it, and then we'll go in and pick up guys after the draft.
Jerry's on his yacht, drunk, full of Johnny Walker Blue, pal. Don't you get it? And he probably sneaking it. He probably sneaking in the back room, jacking off. Don't you get
Jesus Christ!
And plus, to say Brian, to say that the Cowboys are gonna just stick with the draft because we've been good at it. I'm like, no, we haven't. How many draft classes have we had that failed? Didn't we have like one or two old draft classes that sucked?
Oh, I was being facetious. I was being exactly. Well, I'm on over the cap right now. It says 12, so maybe
we are absolutely great at evaluating talent on offense. We are bad at evaluation on talent on defense.
Game time was Jesus.
Yeah,
Linda, right now over the cap has
one of them defensive draft classes was so bad. I was like, none of these dudes is gonna hit or stay on this team. They're not gonna make it.
Maybe it's not updated, Linda.
I mean, shoot, from the Eric Scotts of the world didn't stay in Dallas. The Junior Fajokos didn't stay in Dallas. Like, so many dudes.
I'm just thinking to myself. 9 years ago when DeMario Davis was a free agent, why didn't we just go out and get him and we'd be okay at linebacker? We'd be okay at linebacker for 9 years. We wouldn't be talking about any of this shit right now. But they didn't see the. They don't know how to look at the future. They want to draft.
Mark was saying the same thing. Mark was saying the same thing when DeMario was at his house.
Rams and Trent McDuffie, like you just said, are progressing towards a contract extension. So nice. It's nice that the Rams are working on some contracts, and it's nice.
So here's the question.
Like crazy. They won't care.
Let me ask this game time. In prime time.
Well, I mean, I understand with the draft and everything. I totally get you. I agree. You have to sign. I mean, there's been a lot of talk. I think in the past, they haven't been shy to talk about that they're not going to spend. It's not like they've thrown their wool over everybody's eyes and going, "Oh, well, we said we're going to spend a lot." All in, that bull crap. Is just that poker reference where he wants to lawyer it up and go, well, when you feel good about your hand, you push all in. You're not going to exchange your cards out. I'm all in because I love the cards that I'm holding. It's the stupidest thing that he said.
Beautiful.
But when I think about the draft part of it and I think about the past years, I think it has to do with a lot of the coaching. I mean, the coaches made a lot of decisions.
Time out for 1 second. 1 second. I need to go pick up my brother real quick, and I'm going to let you guys run the chat here while I'm gone. Okay? I'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Good luck.
How much does he weigh?
10 minutes. I'll be back.
Who's the lead?
How much does he weigh?
You are.
Give Chris
Charles the lead.
Whoever's
the lead.
There you go.
Anyway, prime time. So I mean.
Well, when I look at it, I'm not saying anything's going to be different. I'm just saying that when a lot of the times when those coaches, that was Quinn asking for Eric Scott, that was a lot of those coaches asking for it. When we let this past year where the scouts were actually finally able to kind of do some drafting, it was a nice one. I'm not saying anything's going to happen from this stuff either. But I'd rather let the scouts, and at least knowing I'm a little bit more confident in the coaching staff now that's evaluating the talent, because, man, from what the coaches talk about, that's all they sound like they're doing is evaluating talent. They're talking about the talent that we already have on the roster, how we're going to use them, how we're automatically changing linebackers to certain spots. They utilize them in certain areas because they know they're weak in other areas. Doesn't mean that's going to be the answer at all, but at least I see coaches that are evaluating the talent different. And I'm hoping the front office, again, where you're hearing Shoddy and them teaching them the evaluation of how to bring a coach in truly, instead of just word by association thing. It's kind of nice. You're hoping that maybe that some of that rubs off on how they're going to evaluate the free agency, but we'll see.
Yeah. Basically get the players that fits the scheme for what they want.
I mean, we still got to go through the growing pains of what we already still have on the roster and what we have. What can they do, what they can't do. There's some people that we realize we know what they can't do, and everybody looked terrible on this defense. So even ones that were looking average looked very bad on this defense last year.
I'm just glad that the bulk share fill is all the defensive focus and not so much on the offense.
Yeah, just one or two moves on offense, so then you feel pretty good about going into the next year. And you understand what offense you have. You got a good high-power offense, but they lag sometimes in the first quarter, a couple of drives. That's just how they are. Hopefully they can push past that, and that's what they're trying to perfect and practice. But you understand what offense you have. Now you have to go out there and actually create a defense that actually can make it competitive, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why more Cowboy fans focus should be making videos and stuff and discussions about defensive only instead of both sides of the ball. I remember I was watching the Cowboys blog with Joe Fernandez, and he was doing a whole segment about Cowboy free agents on offense and defense, but he was way too heavily into the offensive side of that whole segment. He was talking about a new tight end to replace, Jay Ferguson. He was talking about, the Cowboys need to solidify these spots at running back, at tight end. I'm like, bro, what is he talking about?
Yeah, don't give this front office any ideas.
Well, here's the deal.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think what they need to do is get a game plan, right? That's what you can't just let the world know. Well, we're in on this player, and then we don't get them. I think you need to have a game plan. You need to identify players, right? Phil, just like at work, you have a whiteboard, you identify your needs and how you can improve, and you literally put names to it. You have to see it into reality. That's all. That's my thing with the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know what their plan is. I don't. I'm hoping they have a plan, Phil, but as of right now, they have $200,000 of cap space. I know they can free it up, but if they're hell bent on making moves, Phil, why aren't they doing it? Everybody in the league,
because right now it's just talking. Right now it's just talking. They haven't.
But Quentin Williams, you need to get a deal. Kenny Clark, you need to do a deal.
Yeah, you think they'd work?
I do not disagree. I know there's going to be some extensions there to try to allocate that later on. It's just like I agree. You got to hit these switches, but you don't know if those conversations aren't happening either.
I understand. But
maybe they're having conversations about which option they want to go with.
I know, but if you are coming from a position of you've won 7 wins the last 2 years, and you've traded off your best piece, and yet you're telling your fan base to keep buying tickets and keep showing up, and we're going all in. Well, all in all parts of the organization. I've
said this about them in general. It's like, what the fuck do you do all day? Like,
That's what I mean, Phil.
Like you come in there, what are you doing? You scratching your ass like in the corner? Like you're not doing any kind of deals. You're not meeting with.
They're afraid, guys and ladies. They're afraid to lock in. Redo some deals. Yeah. These deals have to be done.
Well, they're just gonna be switches, obviously, that they're gonna hit, and so that's it just takes 30 minutes to add that into your thing.
You have to have a new deal with Kenny Clark. This is guaranteed money.
That kind of stuff. Yeah, I think.
Also Brian and Phil, certain guys like Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams. This is my opinion. The reason why they're kind of delaying on that is because those men are already under contract. They look at it as they're already under contract. We have 3 different ways we can do something. We can give them an extension, we can restructure, and I think there was some other one. It slipped my mind, but it might come back to me. But the Cowboys aren't trying to rush them two guys. They're already under contract from the previous teams. Yeah, we don't really need to rush those two.
I think what we're getting at is the sense of instead of having to hit these switches, if you went ahead and Alec did these things on the deals, you wouldn't have to do these extra switches you might need to do. So you're gonna have to hit switches. You're gonna go and do that, and then you know, did you hit a switch maybe that you didn't have to early? I don't know.
What's up, No Face?
So, but anyways, in general, though, I mean, they'll make the excuse that they were in on the trade talks with back and forth with about Crosby and stuff like that, and that'll be there. Well, we were focused on doing that because you know what, because people can't multitask. That's in the NFL. I guess that's just something that we just don't do. It's one focus or another.
Other teams can.
It's like the teenage boys and stuff. They ain't taking the trash out. I'm going to forget about something over here. It's just that's
right.
From what I know, and the Joneses, they could each be on a phone call. Steven could be fucking this one up over here while Jerry's over promising this one over there. I divide and conquer. I see it could happen. So, but I'm just hoping that I'm just as well, Brian, as interesting. That would have been great. I would love to have that. And I was one of those ones. There are very few that would say I'm the dumbass that would have been okay with taking my 2 number ones and switching that out. That would have been a very boring ass draft trip.
Yeah, right. Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
We came here just to look around. It was nice. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because we're leaving early on Saturday, so we're not going to.
Also, the lack of draft capital, gentlemen and ladies, also I think plays a factor into why the Cowboys are delaying things too, because they're going to this draft with very few picks.
Which would but then you would think you would want to get your contracts in order so you could be players in free agency.
Yeah, I think that's what the biggest thing is.
That's my issue. We have to be. Listen,
they have been bad in free agency too long.
We need 5 free agents to come walking through the doors. I'm not saying 5 premium guys, but we need 5.
No, they need to be starters.
You need a linebacker?
Yes, starters. Thank you.
You need an edge rusher? And you need a safety. You need to start there.
And a corner.
That's the thing that Brian Phil is they have been out of free agency, dipping their toe in like really serious free agency in so long. It's like we're afraid to get back in this deep end pool. We're afraid to get in this deep end. It's almost like they've been out of it so long. They're just like, I don't know if we can go there. I just don't know if we can go to that deep end. But it's like, dude, it's almost as if they're just stuck in this. Oh, man. I hope to God that this doesn't happen, man, because if we don't go out in the first wave free agency, oh, my gosh, we're going to do the same shit we do every year. We're going to get like wave 2, wave 3. We're going to get undrafted.
They'll get 1 or 2 from the front wave, and then everything else will be that.
But if they actually dip into the dive, if they actually go into the deep end and get starting caliber people in the first wave, once they know they solidified that, I'd be like, as a fan, Jerry, Steven, go wild with the second and the third and fourth wave, because all them guys are going to be cheap. You can get like 5, 6, 8 cheap guys. So long as you got the starting caliber people covered.
And this is all about what Christian Parker thinks. I don't know if he's telling Schottenheimer or them like, hey, we need to go into free agency, or hey, maybe we'll draft and we'll develop. And I don't know what he's telling them to. I don't know what. I hope they're telling them.
I hope they're telling them what we're saying. We got to be aggressive in the first wave of free agency, and once we solidify our positions of need with starting players, then Jerry and Steven, we can go into the third and fourth wave and get depth pieces, kind of like what Seattle did. Then when the draft comes around, we good. We don't gotta reach for nobody. We ain't gotta.
But here's the problem, Daryl. Now that Game Time pointed out how much cap space Seattle has, it's like they can go out and they could make all these moves too and bring in more people. They got way more room and way more leverage than we do as far as probably signing players. Damn, how much they have? 140 million, Brian? What did you say?
No, it's like 58. You think he said like 50? I think he said like 58 something million.
Seattle. They just came off a Super Bowl. Yeah, they got 58 million. They're coming off a Super Bowl. They could literally sign more players. And
they're going to sign their own players. I mean, they got some free agents as well, too. Yeah, they need to
But Brian also mentioned that if the Cowboys would just get off their asses and start doing restructures and extensions, then we will have that leverage.
Oh yeah, we'll have plenty of money. It's just, why are we waiting? If you truly are going to be players in the first wave, you would think it would just make life easier.
See, what happened?
They probably gonna do this at night. Probably gonna do this midnight.
Steven had tickets to Disney World, and they were non-refundable, and so I don't have time to do contracts right now. So.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, guys, I'm not trying to be negative, but when you pump up and you see what other people are doing, right now there's a potential trade for Jalen Carter for a 3rd round pick this year and a 1st round pick next year from the Raiders. So we'll see if the Eagles trade Jalen Carter, everybody.
They already extended Jordan Davis, so they probably will.
3rd round pick this year. Okay, and a 1st round pick next year. That would be fantastic. I personally wouldn't trade Jalen Carter if I was the Eagles, but they have to resign him.
It around. I would have.
But then again, Brian, the Eagles, like you just pointed out, they ain't got a lot of money to work.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Not saying the Eagles don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of money to spend
right now. They got more than us. We got 200,000 right now. The Eagles have 12 mil,
and they're not going to lock in. They're not going to put 12 million into Jalen Carter. Nah, they ain't going to do it. They made it clear.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying that, right as we sit here today, they can go out and get a couple pieces. We were told that our record tells us that that we need more pieces, right? So we don't have
I'm not too really
on the team right now.
And I'm not really that worried, in my opinion, about Philadelphia going into next season because they got a lot of internal issues going on that I think is going to come back and bite them. Because their offensive line coach is gone. They lost Christian Parker, and they're trying to act like that's not a big deal.
Though. In my opinion, here's the deal. I'm not disagreeing with you, but they are willing to turn it over and move on a dime to get back right. Whether you know what I mean? Just
moving off a player, making a trade.
Like Carson Wentz to Jalen Hurts. Everybody made fun of them until they went. So you have to respect a team who can make a decision rather than just keep Dallas is afraid to jump in the pool. It seems like Dallas.
I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that at all.
To put your toe in and see how cold it is. I would love to have this, man. I would love to get Max Crosby. We're all happy that we didn't do that, but the bottom line is you didn't get the player that you told everybody that you wanted, right? So
I'm not denying that with Philly at all. But I'm not going to sit up here and tell no Eagle fan bro, it's not like y'all are it always works. Because I remind many an Eagle fan that wants to be a smartass. What about them times when Harry Roseman tried to pivot for y'all and y'all still ended up with 5 straight freaking losses? And you didn't win nothing.
Like I was telling Mark, though, Mark is afraid to move up in a draft, right? And, me and Primetime, we talk about it all the time where if there's a player that falls to 8, right? Let's say that Caleb Downs falls to 8, right? And you need to get ahead. Let's just say you need to get ahead of the Chiefs, right? Let's just say it. Let's say they're hearing that the Chiefs want them.
I'm back, bitches.
And what you have to do is trade 12 and 20, but you'll get a 2nd round pick in return in order to get Caleb Downs. Okay, so that means so now you get a 1-1 and 1-2, but you're getting a top 5 player in this draft. That's something I would want to do. Will they do it? Probably not, right? So
the thing about the Eagles, though, Brian, and I was going to say, Daryl, they have something.
We can't be honest.
They have an advantage. They have an advantage over us because they have a very aggressive GM that is not going to. I guarantee if Harry Roseman was our GM, he would already have everything set up, be making moves, already clearing stuff, reworking contracts immediately. We would have the room right now to go make other moves and do things. We would move fucking too slow.
That's the problem. This is what happens when you have cap space. Teams call you because they know you could absorb a talented, high-priced player, and they're calling you. When you sit there with nothing, they're not calling you. They're you're not on.
Well, hold on a sec, Brian. What about the times when the Cowboys did have cap space and teams still didn't call them? There were times when Cowboys had cap space and nobody called him.
Yeah, they did. Detroit called us during the draft about DeAndre Swift. Yes, they did. And our GM, Stephen Jones, would not take the phone call. He hung up on the agent on the Detroit Lions. DeAndre Swift they wanted like a second-round draft pick, right? On a year where we drafted yet another shitty, failed second-round pick. Probably Boss Man Fat year. I think that was the year.
It doesn't matter.
Detroit called us and said, we'll give you DeAndre Swift. And they said, nah, we good.
Stephen Jones literally said, who the fuck is this DeAndre Swift?
He didn't know who the player was.
He didn't even know who he was.
And would not give the phone to the actual personnel department.
Do you watch football, Steven? Do you know NFL? Get the fuck out this league.
Again, I could count numerous times where our front office is shit the bed. Now I'm not trying. Again, Mark's back, and we're trying to stay positive.
This shit is here.
But the thing is, the DeAndre Swift thing that worked out for us anyway, because Swift, as we saw with Philly, they didn't think that he was he wasn't any use to them because they cut bait with him.
He's done nothing but have great seasons since he left Philly.
He would have been good for us for a few seasons. Instead, we drafted someone in the second round that wasn't worth the shit.
Dallas
like we always
the smartest team in the. Dallas always has this arrogance that they're the smartest person in the room when they hadn't won shit in forever. And I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. They need to get a little aggressive here.
Yes. Don't do stupid things. Yeah. Get aggressive. Don't trade Amari Cooper and then give all Amari Cooper's money to Michael Gallup. Okay, that's how stupid Steven and them are. Let's trade Amari
Mark's
Cooper.
Back. Hey,
then
Marty,
give
buddy.
Michael Gallup the money.
We stayed above 200 for you with all the negativity. So you're not.
I mean, the Amari Cooper thing, we all knew that was personal because he refused to get vaccinated, and they took that personal.
No, that was
Whose
not.
fault's
That's not what I heard. That's not what I heard. I heard that it was
we see that a lot,
McCarthy.
Danelle, right?
It was Mike McCarthy. McCarthy didn't like him.
Wait, Dallas gets personal with a lot of people. We saw it last year with Micah. Mark didn't Jerry get a little personal? Couldn't handle the and
I'd be screaming at I'd be screaming to the high heavens. Jerry, stop getting in your feelings, bro. Business is brutal. Stop being so emotional, man. Stop. I said, Jerry, stop acting like a chick. Stop acting like a female, bro.
Damage.
Yeah, stop getting your feelings hurt, man.
I don't necessarily do that, Danelle.
Yeah. I'm not saying you, Miss Holly. I'm just saying in general.
Wait for that.
I'm just saying, Gary, stop being so.
Woman. That's why.
Stop
being a woman.
Look, we are in a bad spot.
Well, Jerry's problem, he still hasn't been able to take the foot out of his mouth. That's part of the problem.
Could you imagine? I know what you would have been doing if we would have traded our first round picks. You would have been trying to get a refund on that flight. We
just gotta move it there. We just gotta move there.
All right, we got rumors out here.
Who knows, Walker? Maybe long term, maybe the Cowboys will get a GM, but we all know that won't happen until, sadly, Jerry Jones is 6 feet under.
We do have a GM. His name is Will McClay, and he's handicapped by Stephen Jones.
I know. Anyway,
well, we don't know.
We don't know my video on your drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Come on, buddy. Give me something.
Well, there's nothing yet. I think right now everybody is trying to get whatever deals done with their players, and they're just waiting for tomorrow to announce shit. So I think it's going to be quiet the rest of the evening. But
you're
here's
telling
the thing,
me they're tampering right now?
I'd be
secret.
I've been trying to get this question out here.
Go ahead, brother.
Jalen Carter, you still have his 4th year. You don't have to pay him, and a 5th-year option. Why does it seem like they're trying to ship him out? I don't understand this because he's dirt cheap
for
right
money,
now.
buddy.
But hold on, he's chump change. His contract is only $6.9 million.
Eagle fans in the chat are telling you it's all smoke screens, just like Dallas. They're not trading.
But here, if you're Jalen Carter, first you hear that, you got me for Max Crosby. Now you're fielding calls for me. What the fuck? You don't care about me?
The Philadelphia Eagles are trying to load up for old Arch Manning to replace Hurts here.
Well, that might be. I keep saying they've hit the reset button.
Mark, maybe it's because they're tired of him spitting on people.
Don't put it past Howie Roseman to do some shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Mr. X Chicken Run.
Super Bowl. This is gonna. I guess my prediction might be right. Super Bowl Patriots are targeting Alec Pierce. Have moved on from AJ Brown. So Alec Pierce is looking like the eye of the Patriots, and the Buffalo Bills are now in the AJ Brown sweepstakes. We shall see.
He's gonna get some wide receiver one money.
We shall.
Now that's a play. That's a player, Bryant, that needs to get a little humble because I ain't as good as AJ Brown is, and that old saying, the juice may not be worth the squeeze because of his, just his demeanor and his behavior.
Yeah.
Because I remember Shady McCoy was talking about that on his YouTube channel, Speakeasy, with Emmanuel Ocho. And Ocho said himself, as talented as AJ is. Basically Dumb and Dumber. But he said, as good as AJ Brown is, what team wants to put up with a guy like that? Well, he said, why do you think T.O. was passed around so much?
Linda's got a good point down there.
Yeah, I hear you.
Why do you think Antonio Brown got passed around so much? Stephon Diggs, Odell Beckham.
Because they're divas.
Yeah. No matter how talented you are, some teams are not going to tolerate your antics.
Well, look at the Pittsburgh. They have Antonio Brown, like Juju McSchuster, and this guy now.
Juju.
Pickens.
It's going to be interesting to see what the actual numbers for some of these guys are. We've heard of the projections and speculation. I want to see what these real numbers are going to be for
you know
these
how
guys.
that goes, Mark. They're all going to be inflated. It's all about the guarantee. We're hearing guys that signed last year this time, Mark. Oh, my God. Now they're already going to play one more year and be released. How many players that were signed last year are already released?
That's always the case. When
Yeah.
you sign
So,
a big
you
free
get out of
agent, it's a 2-year. Usually it's a 2-year rental.
Linda Conyers, everyone is always for trade in Philly. We want 4 first-rounders for Carter.
Yeah,
If
keep
you
dreaming.
dumb enough to give it to us, other than Carter going nowhere. Now we're hearing
You're dumb anyway.
3 this year and a 1 next year. That's what we're hearing, Linda. That's the price for.
I'd be surprised if somebody were to do that because it's not like some team hasn't made a dumb trade like that.
Well, didn't Micah say that the reason why he didn't go
Didn't
to
Ravens
Philly
do
was
that?
because Jalen Carter was in the trade?
Yeah.
Yes, remember the 49ers traded 3 first-round picks for Trey Lance, and they'll never live that
We don't know
down.
what's true, Linda. We don't.
Go hair boy.
But that's what Micah said. If we believe Micah at his word,
Yeah,
because he's
I
such
don't
a
believe
word.
that at all.
You know, he's so true to his word.
Yeah.
You trade Carter in a deal for if you can't afford Carter, you can't afford Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And there's still people talking about, is there a possibility this season will Myles Garrett get traded midway through the 2026 season? I'm like, no, he won't.
Contract's untradeable.
Yeah. Plus, why would the Browns want to do that?
The Browns
You're
just
on the
need
hook.
to blow it all up. That's what they need to do.
Walker Wade, the Browns been blowing it up for years, and it's
Blow it
still
all
the
up.
same.
In the sense of like going to the bathroom in the toilet, like fucking.
Yeah.
Vinny Hagen, I miss you, brother. What's up,
They
man?
keep blowing it up every year, and then it's still the same old thing.
How many years are left on Deshaun Watson for the Browns to be playing?
Massagey Watson.
Staying on. Yeah.
Masagi?
I think they got
Massage.
2 more years left on
Masage's
him.
got 100 and he has
No, but here, do you want to hear
you
some
can
shit?
actually get out of it soon.
The
actually.
Browns had no choice but to restructure Watson's contract, and the
Yeah.
numbers tell a brutal story. So they restructured it yesterday again.
Jesus.
They might as well just literally, they got no quarterback. Just literally cut him, eat all that money, and
You
just
could
get
cut
it over
him
with.
now.
You can't. Well, you
Get it
can't.
over
Okay.
with.
Post June 1, it'll be a $44.9 million cap.
Yeah, get
And
it
be
over
done.
with.
Well, this year's cap number, oh God, it's still awful.
44
It's 44 million,
Yeah.
and they still have 131 that's left because they've kept restructuring it every
Yeah,
freaking
it's,
year.
it's so bad. Yeah,
They need him to compete for that number one. Let's be real.
God.
And the wild thing is, the Browns, even though they won't admit it, but we all know, if the Browns had to choose, they would still rather keep Deshaun Watson over Shedeur Sanders. Even though Their head coach, Kevin Stefanski's gone. I don't think that organization wants Shador. They don't internally. I don't think they want him.
I'm sorry, Deshaun. We paying you all that money. You got to work on Sunday. You gotta do something. You gotta be in charge of the parking lots.
Yeah, no, you're gonna be the water boy. You're gonna be the equipment manager. Hell, you're gonna play. You're gonna get out there and play and just suck.
Something.
I'm gonna get my money out of you.
And people talking about Dak Prescott stealing money.
Well, instead of getting massages, maybe he can be the masseur.
Ooh.
Oh God!
These guys' backs and stuff.
Yeah.
Poor Sanders, man.
Hey, Deshaun Watson love that.
He's gonna P Diddy everybody. Shit.
I need you to get up there in them stands and start selling
That's
beers.
what somebody needs to do to the Joneses during the draft. Just roofie the whole room. And have Will McClay just start making picks.
Yep.
Just start running the card up. Jerry knocked out. Steven knocked out.
That would make for some entertaining TV. I would
Just roofie everybody but the coaches. Just roofie Steven and Jerry, and just keep the coaches and everybody else.
I could see them do that, roofie them, and then hand them some
Now come down
to
the
throw
roofies
at
now?
the wall to
Really?
see who to pick.
Roofie Steven is, I think.
Roofie mania.
Jerry and Steven gonna wake up like, what just happened? I was like, oh, the draft's over. Here's the players.
They're gonna wake up. There's gonna be a damn a lion walking, a tiger walking around the room. They're gonna see Mike Tyson.
Jerry with tattoo on his face.
They're gonna be like, "What the hell happened?"
They're gonna look at the TV. They're gonna see Will McClay and Christian Parker and Shoddy doing the interviews. Right? We had a good draft.
So now we're getting the Joey Bosa to Cowboys.
You know what? I actually would. I want to see that.
Why?
Joey Bosa?
Just bring Joey
hold
Bosa.
Wait. Stop. Okay, let's compare the numbers.
Here we go.
They're estimating him getting about $13 million a year. I'd rather bring back Clowney. Be real with you. So
you can bring
30 games,
both of them in. Screw it.
He's
bring
had
both of them
10
in. Mark,
sacks.
screw it.
Huh?
Bring both of them.
Oh
both
yeah.
of them. Shit, get them
He
both
had
for like
5
$20 million.
sacks last year.
Bosa could just be like a rotational guy. Like I would rather have Joey Bosa. I'd rather keep Joey Bosa like over like Dante Fowler.
Oh, we're not keeping Dante's gone.
Dante's gone.
That was a really bad signing. I was like, you gave him $6 million, the highest y'all probably ever given a free agent, and he didn't do
look
nothing.
at Joey's numbers over the last 3 years, okay? Since that's our big move now. 5 sacks last year, 5 sacks in 24, 6.5 in 23, 2.5 in 22.
Good God.
That's
Joey Bosa.
How many snaps was he getting? How many snaps was he getting? Well, he wasn't started, was he?
Well, he started. I don't know. If he's not getting,
He wasn't a starter on the
If he
Bills.
wasn't starting or he was injured, either way,
God,
his production's
Demarcus
not there.
Ware could come out of retirement and be more productive than that.
Hell, Chris Canty could come out of retirement and probably do better than that.
Let's see how many. Let's see how many games he played. Last year he played in 15 games.
Yeah, healthy.
14, 9,
Okay,
5.
so here's a proposed trade for the
snaps,
Eagles. Nick Bosa and a 26 first-round pick from the 49ers, and the 49ers get Jalen Carter and a third-round pick.
49ers say no.
Nick Bosa's got like three ACL injuries.
The Birds. Yeah, I like it. I could definitely.
I think the Niners say no on that.
Oh yeah, Niners ain't doing that.
Because they love injury players. San Fran love their injury players. They love sending their players to the ER.
If we can't get pass rushers, is it just overkill if we just call up Tennessee and get Jeffrey Simmons?
Why not?
Here we go.
Go
Mark.
ahead and
He's
just
on a
beef
roll.
up that
There you
offense. Just beef up that defensive line even more. We'll just collapse the middle.
Live updates 2026 rumors, trades, signings.
Maybe we can bring in Kwity Paye. I know Kwity Paye for the Colts was a free agent, and he was a high draft pick.
None of these guys or again, I don't have a problem with, I'm bringing these guys in, but they do not. This is not a break the bank, bust the budget. These are not.
Now, bust the budget is a Hendrix.
Hendricks and a
Phillips probably.
Olave. Yeah, Mafe. I like him. Owe.
Mafe.
I'm saying.
Mafe. He could be a good option because
that's what I'm saying. It's
the Chargers already gave Khalil Mack an extension. So that right there.
No, I was going to say. Go ahead.
I'm saying, man, since the Chargers decided to just keep Khalil Mack, that alone maybe just indicates that, you know what, Owe, thanks for your help, man, but you can go into free agency. Same with the Seahawk player, May.
Yeah, Mafe.
Yeah, Mafe. Yeah, they might be able to look at. Maybe the Cowboys can look at one of those two guys.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Mark,
there's a combination.
Mark, you know what all in? Mark, you know what all in looks like. You know what it looks like. You know what I'm talking about. I know you shrugging your shit. You know what all in looks like.
I know what it looks like, but Jerry ain't doing that.
Yeah. What I wouldn't give for Wildcat Jerry to come back to life.
Well,
he's there. You just got a crisis. I think that's why.
You just got to get through the Walker Blue.
I would love for Wildcat Jerry to come back.
He's there. You just got to peel off the dead skin. You get to him. So.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Shit. I'd make a deal with the devil just to have Wildcat Jerry back.
Oh, no.
No, see, Jerry made a deal with the devil for that third Super Bowl, and that's why we haven't won.
Yeah, because he went to the
We
crossroads.
haven't won in 30 years. He made that deal. Oh, if I could just get a Super Bowl without Jimmy Johnson. Please,
I think right now, poor Jerry, he would be the only thing he would be good at right now is just doing the popcorn on the stove. He naturally shakes, so poor thing.
Yeah. And then the thing that eventually, when Steven inherits the team, we gotta endure what he might do.
I'm hope to God Steven sells the team after Jerry leaves, after Jerry passes away. Sell the team.
I think that there's something already in place that they're not allowed to sell the team. So
then let Jerry Jones Jr. run it.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here, boys.
We're gonna go for a few more minutes.
Brian,
and then we're gonna.
I'll talk to you guys.
All
Have
right,
fun.
Brian. You got something tonight?
Yeah, I might do something later. I don't know. We'll see. I didn't know what Mark was doing or whatever, but you might see me later. All right, everybody, have fun.
All right, man. But, yeah,
it's kind of crazy.
Things happening.
No, it's the calm before the storm now. Everybody is kind of blown their wad. Everybody's trying to sign their guy and stuff before tomorrow. And, now we've got the deals under the table, and come tomorrow, they're going to start announcing shit. So.
Yeah, usually it's in the afternoon, right? Or how early do you usually get in news?
So it's coming out like around noon.
I'll be listening to Mike Fisher in the morning. He'll have maybe some rumors.
Do you see that Khalil Mack deal?
Yeah, it was like an $18 million extension.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like,
crazy. Year.
Okay.
Fully guaranteed.
That guy, that's where he hovers right there, right around that number, don't he? Like, he doesn't seem to leave that.
Yeah.
Should have a bet who's going to be
give him credit
dealt
for getting
first.
that,
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is what I think the Chargers looked at and said, there's not really a lot out here. Do we want to get in a bidding war? Let's keep the guy we got right here, right now.
Yep, basically.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of the roundups have been. A lot of teams is re-signing their own people.
Don't be surprised if Clowney gets a good contract here tomorrow.
As they should.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I know. At least we know one position on the Cowboy team that we can all. I don't know. We can all agree they won't do anything about, and that's running back. Running back might be the one position the Cowboys probably don't even mess with.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, wide receiver.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did, though, because of how they ran. Didn't do anything with Mafa at the end. Didn't do anything with Blue. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to see it. It wasn't happening. So would it not surprise you if it happened? You'd be like, okay, yeah, no. I'm not surprised that they went and got somebody as a backup. Somebody kind of take on that Miles Sanders role that was supposed to be there,
But they already have a few guys in house for that, though, Phil.
I would agree. I would agree, but I mean, you got to replace, what you had with Sanders. I mean, you thought you had something there, and you were hoping that if you put two people together that had injury history, you would have a whole running back. And Javonte Williams was able to jump back, but then Miles Sanders wasn't able to live up to what they were hoping he was, but we all kind of knew what he was.
That Miles Sanders signing to me was kind of a bad one. I gave that a thumbs down. I was like,
late. It was late in his career. It should have been earlier.
Yeah, Miles Sanders hasn't been that guy since Philly.
Yeah.
Well, if Love is still on the board when it gets to us, do you think they're going to go for him, or do you?
That's hard to say.
They're still going to go for defense.
That is hard.
If everybody else gets, if Love is dropping, that means something's being picked. That's wiping you out of something. And if you're not going offensive, coming off the board, running back especially, you would think that a team like, if you're not going for offensive line for the Bengals, you would imagine maybe the running back is something they really need to focus on, something else that takes the focus away from Joe Burrow. Mm-hmm. But and so to me that makes the most sense. But if you're sitting there as the Cowboys, it's hard to not, then you would love to have that what Detroit had before they traded off Montgomery. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do too.
Also, watch out for Detroit trading up to try and get Jordan Love, because they traded away David Montgomery.
That'd be interesting. That'd be very interesting.
Yeah, and plus, for the Cowboys, who's on the board still if Jordan Love is on there? Like, if Mansour Delane, for instance, I'll say, like, if a guy like Mansour Delane is still on the board, I'm like, Dallas, don't get Love, get Mansour Delane. You need that number one, like, outside corner. You need that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Leave that Love right there, Dan. Don't worry. We got something for Love. Don't worry.
Yeah, I was getting worried about corners in the first round. I think that's always the biggest gamble out of all positions is corner first round. Better than our history with anything in the second round. So I guess I'll take it.
It worked out for Denver, Phil. It worked out for
but it doesn't work out for the Panthers. It doesn't work out for us a lot of the time. So that's the only
because. Now, Sonny Styles is on the board at the same time Jordan Love is. It's a no-brainer. Give me Sonny Styles.
Where did Thieneman fall to?
Way up there.
Well, he looks like he's going in between the teens, probably.
Yep, he's going straight up there. Watch.
Who's that?
No, who you just asked me.
Okay, Thieneman. Well, y'all talked at the same time, so I couldn't hear.
No, we're talking about Styles. He's skyrocketing up there.
Styles. If somehow he was to fall, I think any of those things, if there's something that falls, it's going to shock us a little bit as well too. But eventually, somebody's got to fall, right? That's just how each year is. Somebody falls that you're not expecting.
That's what they threw a rumor against.
Dude, and I would take that as a heartbeat. I don't care what they're saying. At 12, I'd just jump on that.
Downs is there. You just go with
Downs is going to drop.
Yeah, that's what So that's the crazy thing about the combine, because you're sitting there I could tell you, I could show you a mock draft where they showed Caleb Downs and then Sonny Styles. The Dallas is picking at 12 and 20. That ain't happening. That ain't. Both of them are there by the time they're even picking at 12.
I don't care.
I threw when that Mansour was up there in second or third.
Yeah, I don't care if they say he's got a degenerative knee. If I could take a damn first round pick and draft Mozzie Smith and give him a chance, I could give freaking Downs a chance. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Wow.
Amen to that.
That's all.
And let's not forget it. And let's not forget, guys, one of my favorite YouTubers, Vox Lombardi, who does this drafting stuff a lot. He always says to the Cowboy media when he's on their show, some teams don't know how to draft. Some teams skip a good player to go get somebody else that, they were their favorite guy. And then you be looking at them like, what? Why did you pass on that?
See, with my whole thing is if you got a guy like Downs and Styles, any of those guys, let's be real, that falls into the category. These aren't guys that you're going to wait for projects. They're jumping in there. They're already part of the defense. They're already part of the scheme. Everything's already happening and stuff like that. So yeah, so those guys would definitely fall into that category. I think when you trade back, and as much value as it is trading back, when I would love, because I am definitely one part of the captain trade back whole situation. How far do you trade back where you start, your pass rushes are more TJ Parker and Falk and things like that. The ones that are like, I could also pick them at 39 and I would still have the same value as I picked them at 20, So I think what's the one from Miami? Not Bain, the other one.
The older guy, Hakeem. Mesidor.
Yeah. Like I love the way that he was playing in the playoffs and everything, but you got that history of injuries and stuff like that. So you're like, if he's going to be a part of your team and be a valuable part of your team, I think that's always the question mark. We always take those guys that have injury history, and then we're paying for it later on in the season. So,
hey, by the way, Phil,
what would be amazing is I think Sonny and Lorenzo Styles are spaced far enough. I wouldn't be surprised if they wind up on the same team.
Good.
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. Also, that defensive end opposite of Ruben Bain from Miami, I've watched a few mock drafts from other teams about that, and some project that he might get drafted higher than Ruben Bain, even though Bain is the better player.
I think
because this ain't
shocked. Not gonna say everybody gets kind of stuck on the arms thing. I mean,
it's the arms.
If you want to,
Hugh Douglas had short arms. That's what he did.
Yeah, did you watch his film? Do you watch what he does? Like, when the game's on the line, like, I would take that in a heartbeat, Yeah,
that's what I'd be saying.
Parker's already said he's not looking at body shapes are not going to be what deters him from getting a player. If they can play their
Jerry,
position,
he has that ruler.
He's got
that ruler, Allie. He's got that ruler, Allie.
8.5 inches there.
That's another part we're not talking about.
Thank you, Holly, because that's the one thing we as Cowboy fans always hated about when it came to drafting. The Cowboys, for some reason, had their preference. They want long arms and big body people. And it's like they're not that good though. Some of them aren't that good.
Strong.
Yeah, that was a lot of.
Get a damn football player. If he's jumping off the screen and making plays, he's probably a good football player.
Yes,
and that's
give me football player.
If you watch him, like I'm not a big fan of corner in the first round, but watching his film, man, he's usually stuck to the hip. He's there's a lot of that LSU football that was kind of undesirable, but that was one thing about his play was not. I mean, the shorter and stuff like that, so you're worried about that a little bit, but man, if you're already glued to the hip, it doesn't really matter too much on the height, because you can at least get in there and disrupt some stuff. But it's
when the last time we had a cornerback that played like that, Phil? When the last time we had a cornerback in Dallas that stuck to a player's hip?
Probably another LSU corner. Probably like Claiborne was kind of like that a little bit in some ways. He was kind of projected to be that
when he wasn't injured.
Injury history. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Newman, wasn't Terrence Newman kind of like that a little bit?
Yep. Terrence Newman. Hell, you could even sprinkle a little bit of Stephon Gilmore, even though he was a little old, but Gilmore stayed on them guys.
The ones that I always thought were great that would have complemented a guy that could intercept was guys like Byron Jones, Awuzie, where you're like, they were there, but they were never there to make a play. They were just kind of there to instantly make a tackle, So I'm hoping that, we can stay away from that, but I'm interested to see what this happens here. Are we trading back? Are we using this from something? So it's a lot of possibilities. And you need
the Cowboys trade back.
Phil, if you just take that 20th pick and go into the second round, my God, there's so many people in there. It's unreal.
But Jess, the Cowboys are terrible at second rounders. They've always been bad at it.
But there's a whole bunch of people in that second round, man.
Yeah, they might be able to get somebody good with this second round on this year.
Shit.
But that's all dependent upon who the Cowboys go for. Do they go for an actual good player, or do they go back to their blue chip BS that they love to do?
And I'll mix the pot a little bit.
Round pick, that's problem.
I'll mix the pot a little bit.
Isn't it also safety rich in this class too?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lee McNeil Warren. You got other ones like him.
The thing about it is with the 20th pick as well too. I mean, we all can agree. There's usually about 15 people that are good. These are determined first rounders. But then where does need overrank that? And hopefully some of those teams in the early things. I need this position of offensive line, even though the offensive line probably isn't ranked the top 15. You know what I'm saying? So you're hoping that some of those get picked. That the way your 20th value pick is actually maybe worthy of that first round draft pick. So,
and if somebody wants to trade for my 20th pick from the Cowboys, they need to give me more than a second. Like, you better include like a couple of picks. Like, we're talking a second, a third, maybe a fourth, or give me an extra fifth. Like, if you want to move this high up, you're going to have to give up some picks.
I'll give you a couple fifths.
Because the Cowboys don't have a third, or they don't have a third round pick. They don't have a third, and they could use an extra third. They could use maybe some extra fifths, maybe another seventh.
So
I think those comp picks will come in later on and help us with the.
You know what we could use?
The middle ones.
Good players in free agency.
Oh,
that's what we could use.
Here it goes. Who's on first? Here we go.
All goes full circle, right?
And sorry, Jesse, I don't see the Cowboys making no deals with the Giants. They ain't doing that.
See, I'm trying to be nice to you and everything, bro. Oh, man.
They ain't doing no deals with New York. They ain't gonna do it. Your Giants don't want to make no deals with the Cowboys. They're sick and tired of getting beat by Dak Prescott too much. Like, why don't we give him more weapons so he can BTA us more?
No, there's just an unwritten rule. You just don't trade in the division. You don't see too many teams in the NFL trading within division.
Except the Eagles when they traded.
And usually done that.
Dab, they ended up trading with us for so we could draft Biotish
and Parsons.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, it depends on who it is. I think you usually don't see in division trading if it's a team that has been getting beat too much by the other too often.
Yeah.
Like you would not see like the Bills or like the Dolphins do a trade with the Patriots. They're tired of getting beat by them. Now I would do a trade with the Bills, but it might be something stupid and crazy. I'd be like, you want one of our first round picks? Give me Josh Allen. Give me Josh.
As if.
That'd be
Dak would not be happy. Dak would not be happy with that.
Well, I'll
give him Tolbert for something.
3 first-round picks to get Allen.
Shit. That'd be something crazy the Cowboys would do. That'd send a shockwave through the NFL.
That ain't never going to happen.
It's like, bye-bye.
Nah. Josh Allen might be like, well, shoot, at least I might be able to win a Super Bowl this time. Buffalo ain't going to bring it to me.
Yeah, they always make
we got Dak.
things,
We got
man.
Dak
DJ
for 3
Moore.
years. We got to hold down the fort. We got to build. We got to get this shit done. Free agency. Draft well.
Yeah, 4 or 5
see what
days from now,
happens.
you get something.
Well, we're gonna
don't
end
go
the
out
stream
free
here
agency
at
on the other
7:30. So get your final thoughts here before everything breaks loose tomorrow.
I just want to say it's great to see you, Godfather, man. I had to make sure I try to jump on here. I only get to see in the chats and stuff like that. So I was like, I need to jump on
the
there.
draft.
And I was like, hey, yeah, exactly. That's our usually the yearly meetup and everything.
I was actually getting worried that could they trade both of our first round picks?
That's what I was like. Are we gonna get this?
But now we're going to be there literally for nothing.
Yeah, Mark, you need to send a thank you note to the Ravens.
Mark, it
Send
would
one
have
to
You
Jared
saved our
for
trip.
not messing up the trip.
Mark, it would have been a fuck part 2. Fuck.
I would have still
Really?
gone. I would have been there. I mean, it's kind of like being at the Super Bowl and the Cowboys aren't there, but you know,
Like at 12, like, oh, we drafted the top half of Max Crosby. Oh, and the 20th we got the bottom half. Now we got.
I just gotta say, Mark.
Yep.
I'm glad to finally be a part of your channel.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, I want to say insane asylum. That goes to my military service. I've been in an insane asylum with them for 11 years.
Oh, okay.
Same here, brother. Same here.
Dang, man. But yeah, I've been following Mark Holmes for a long time, since before he had that sweet setup in his man cave, back when he only had like one desk behind him.
One desk.
And
yeah,
I remember those days. And I was like, I'm glad to be part of this channel, and I look forward to
appreciate you
being part of it even longer.
Make sure you email me your address so I can send you that shot glass and the squeeze star too.
You got it, Mark.
Cowboys Mark 94.
You got it, man.
All right.
Oh, by the way, guys, if them Cowboys find a way somehow to get to the Super Bowl, I'm telling you right now, I'm sending a lot of like trash talk to Stephen A. Smith. I'm gonna be like on that guy, like white on rice.
There you go.
Hell, not the white on rice.
You know, Stephen A. Smith, nothing would kill him to see the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
No. Stephen A. Smith
That's
is the
my
last
biggest
of my
dream.
worries. He's the last of my worries if we go to the Super Bowl. No. I got some Eagles fans I will be making their lives miserable. Trust me.
Shady McCoy Walker better be on the list. Shady McCoy better be on
would go on a world tour. That makes sense.
All right.
Because no place in America would be safe if the Cowboys win the Super Bowl.
Oh my God, it would be crazy.
Yeah. My last thought is I'm looking forward to tomorrow. See what happens.
Go. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Right?
I got to figure out how I'm going to work it because I got to get my brother back up the road and things, and then get back down here. So, 12.
Hey Mark, how do I send my mailing address to you?
Cowboys Mark 94 Gmail. You're driving, so you can't write that down.
Just rewatch this broadcast at this point.
Yeah,
yeah, it'll be on the bottom if you go to his channel. It's in there.
Okay, good. I'll check the channel.
Okay.
Hey Mark, I'd like to shout out to everybody in here. Hit them likes and Next Level Sports Lounge, Lloyd. Tomorrow, if you guys are interested, come on in. All invited.
Boo Giants. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah,
thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, boo
Giants. I was born in New York, Jesse, and I can say that.
Born and raised in Elizabeth, New Jersey, brother.
Damn, you from the South Side.
Oh hell yeah! Right next to the Meadowlands back in the day.
I know it hurts to be you.
Okay. All right, good people. We're going to see you guys at 12 o'clock tomorrow. Appreciate everybody and the calm before the storm.
Yes, sir. All right. Keep the rubber to the road, Walker.
I will. You too.
Yep. You have a good one.
Tonight, the party's over, and tomorrow and next year starts the same.
See ya on the back.